So, man.
So it's gonna be okay. No matter what happens.
Yeah, eventually. It'll be alright.
I mean, depending on how this goes, it's gonna be rough when you first get out, but you know, the boys will be there.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in major debt. That's why I already got rid of my vehicles and shit.
My record actually doesn't look too bad. I thought it was worse than it was.
What, my record?
Nah, mine.
Oh. Because I was just thinking the opposite of mine.
I mean, it's not the worst.
It's pretty bad.
I mean, depending on after how today goes, it might be.
Like, how did I get Grand Theft Auto? Possession of stolen identification. I only have one felony possession with intent.
It's the same as me.
Let's go catch some kids.
Hello.
No, mine was felony.
Howdy.
Quick question, come with us. Since they've put this on the docket, have you been arrested with any drugs or anything like that?
Since it's been on the docket? No, I don't think so. The last time I had drugs was when I first met you.
Okay, so 6th of March. That's good. Have you been charged with any offenses since the 6th of March?
No, I don't. I don't think I have.
Okay, so as far as they're concerned, you've been clean for the past month.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. If anything, it may have been like a traffic ticket or something, like speeding or something. But
Okay.
I can't recall any time.
So you haven't spent time in Bolingbrook?
Not that I can recall, no.
Okay. That's important because it will help with sentencing.
Yep, it'll show you're on a path to redemption.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, if we do lose any, at least it'll help.
That it
Not
will.
much, but a little. Anything else that you wish to add?
Well, I just looked and I noticed I only have one felony possession. Like on my charges. Does that change anything?
No, because they've provided the reports of what they're relying on, so that's what they're going with. The
Okay.
2 incidents on the 11th of February and then the 3rd of March, which won't be on your profile, and the 6th of March, which also won't be on your profile because they're charging it through the docket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense actually.
They can also technically, if they wanted to, try and suggest that that drug trafficking charge is also potentially felony with intent to distribute, but I don't think that'd apply.
They didn't list it, so
Yeah.
you know, if they wanted to, they had all this time, basically a month, to put it on the docket and make a motion for it. So
Yeah, I mean, at this point, evidence would be closed for submissions, right?
Yeah. So it's basically what's on the docket. It's what's on the docket plus the deposition that they did on the 23rd of March-ish.
I can't remember. What was the 23rd of March?
It's the day that we had a good conversation and we met with Judge Crane. And after that, they had the offer for the plea deal.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't present for that.
It was done in absentia. But
Yeah.
we got some objections to, with respect to that, so we'll see how the judge rules on that, and that might set the tone for the day.
All right. Well, I mean, I trust you guys more than anyone else, so.
Thank you.
I mean-
Let's give it our best and go in there.
I'm just gonna go to the restroom and rock
Yeah,
and roll.
yep.
Good luck out there, Jason.
Good luck,
Thanks, man.
man. We're gonna be rooting for you.
Man, I thought you were a Dow for a second wearing that outfit.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. That just
You
seems
need
like
to-
a Dow outfit.
Jason, you need a joint before this happens.
I've got one left.
Smoke your last joint, boy.
Oh, here. You'll probably need this. Well, you won't need this, but I mean, you'll need it more than I do.
Listen. Okay, yeah.
Be the last joint of freedom.
There's a cliffhanger outside the courthouse if you want me to just give you the keys. I don't think it's a smart choice, but it's an option if you want it.
I mean, chances are I'm gonna be cuffed to the table.
Yeah. All right, let's go.
Wait, go where?
Just smoke a joint.
I'm just giving him his joint.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna smoke it. You can go on in. I don't want you to be late. Good luck, buddy.
Good luck, Jason.
Have a good one. Why did I say have a good one? God, I'm too nervous now.
Alright. I see you, Torben.
Good seeing you, Dino.
my winner.
Dino? You just call me Dino?
Wait, You look
Hell
like Dino
no.
for a second.
Torben? Shane,
my bad.
dickhead.
Sorry, Shane. You look
Caught
like
me
Dino
yesterday.
without the
I'm
beard.
kind of nervous, man.
Should I get the car ready?
I would be, given news are involved.
Jason, come here.
That's the
30 years, yeah.
You have a former judge on your side. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, should I get the car ready?
We need some like cutters probably too, because they're probably gonna cuff me to the table.
Shit.
I ran last time, so.
Okay.
Oh, shit. If they don't cut him to the table and shit goes like looking south, they'll probably get the car ready.
If they don't, what do we say? Do we say hooty hoo?
Oh, hi, Pete.
They'll do like a hoo-hoo.
Take a seat. It's
Hello,
gonna be a
everybody.
while.
Did you figure out
Hello.
the thing for Toretti?
I may stay in later though. I get nervous sitting. Can't sit still, you know.
Good, good.
Yeah, so what we're
yeah.
generally going to do
ACDC.
is we're going to stand over here where I am, like here.
I'm already
Wow.
Because if you talk when you're like here, they can hear us from that side kind of thing.
Oh
So
shit.
just, we can sit for now, but just when it all starts, we'll stand like here and if we need to discuss stuff.
Gelato ready?
Have I missed anything?
So don't do what you did with your last drug trafficking when they
Masks
lost.
off, everybody.
When I lost?
Good morning, Your Honor. You look
Yeah,
especially old and wonderful today.
not gonna look favorably. No, don't run.
Yeah.
I told so, but I could.
I think we could have done a bit better with the red, to be honest.
Oh, I'll ask about it. I'll ask about it.
You're wearing you're wearing maroon, mate.
I mean,
Yeah, for real, dude.
Big red presents in it.
Me and Fibber read out.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how does that change anything? What I've just said?
Excuse me for just a moment.
So he's wearing a hat and shoes. He's out.
I'm a hangaround, so I can't watch.
I wanted to be honest.
You can.
Guys, out of respect, the judge has asked for masks off in the courthouse, so please take your masks off.
I'm happy to provide identification, but this mask doesn't come off my face, unfortunately.
Crane?
Need any food?
Damn, and he said,
Mr.
fuck
Robert?
you and your rules.
I could use like a bite. Yeah. Or at some point I'll get hungry.
Respectfully.
There you go.
Here, you'll probably have more use for this than me.
Bitch fucking nosing up his ass already.
Thank you.
I nearly said. Also, people wearing fucking stupid
Excuse
cowboy hats. Can you take them off?
Sir, you're either going to have to leave the courtroom or take the mask off.
Are you being serious?
I'm being very serious.
Is Bass around? Because he normally allows me to keep this on. Like, I'm happy to provide a notification, but this mask is there's a reasoning for why this mask remains on. I can provide full identification, who I am. I can give you my license. It's not an issue.
Okay, but I didn't ask for any of that.
No, but
You're asked to remove the mask or you can leave.
Is that what we're doing?
That is exactly what we're doing. Did you not hear the judge?
Why are we doing that? Yo, can I speak to the judge?
Well, the judge is up there, but he's already given instruction. You either remove the mask or you leave.
What's your name?
Under Sheriff Rhodes.
Yeah, Rhodes. Of course it is.
No leniency at all.
No!
I'm just here to support the boy, and I will. Look,
I don't care. Mask off or leave.
Yeah,
It's all good if you want to go, bro. It's all good.
I can't take the mask off, you know, guys, don't you? So
Yeah.
See you later,
It's all
boys,
good.
and I'll,
It's all good. It's all good.
Have a wonderful day.
Just classic cop prejudice.
Yeah, I know. It's yeah.
If he was Chang Gang, he'd be fine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn, that sucks. You're reading there.
What's up, bro?
Just my notes, my motions, opening, all that jazz.
Come sit with us. Where?
Wait,
I hope this doesn't take too long. We got a fucking bank to rob.
who?
You can always leave midway, Fib.
Yeah, we got 3 hours. I think we're fine.
We do? No, we don't. We've got one. No, we got one.
I'm sorry.
What?
You said Bobby?
You said 10 a.m. Eastern, right?
Who's Bobby?
It's 8 a.m. Eastern right now, right?
No, bro.
7.
Oh shit! No, we got 1 hour, boys.
Oh, you mean that Bobby? Sorry, I meant
I thought you said 10 a.m.
that
No,
No,
it's
no,
There's
distinct.
a lot of red behind me.
I'm sorry. It's 8 a.m. Eastern. Sorry.
Jeez.
Yo.
So we got 1 hour then.
Oh shit.
I'm sure
yeah.
this will be done within an hour.
No, probably
I doubt
not. I
it.
mean, we
We'll
got
be
to
done
set
in
up
like
as well.
Judge's
Fuck.
fucking crane.
Fuck the bank job. I'm staying here.
Unless you're chain gang, then you can fuck around.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's great. No raisin. No raisin. Oh, yeah.
Sammy, I don't want to hear you talking about your testicles, bro.
Oh, it's a free country.
Fucking rape.
Keep
Fucking rape.
it down, guys. That was a little loud, Fib.
I think that was the point.
I'm not trying to make myself look bad either.
No, you're all right.
You already had one of your
Listen.
one of your
listen,
homies kicked out.
Listen, you see the statue over there? You notice that bitch is blindfolded. Do you know why that is?
No, actually.
It's because she's blind.
Oh, that's a
But
that's
no,
a really good.
No, she represents the law, bro, and the law is blind. Okay, it doesn't matter what the fuck we look like.
Yeah,
It
I
doesn't
know.
matter what anybody fucking looks like.
It's not about looking
Apparently
like, but
You tell him, Fib.
last time I had Dino and my grandpa
I think he
yelling
was
at
just
me.
talking about the volume.
Sammy's right. She needs to take that.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, play by clips.
Wait, what? Did you guys hear Denzel as well, or was it just me?
No, I didn't hear it.
What are you talking about?
Wouldn't be me.
Yeah?
Why do you
It's way too good.
He's got
It's really too good. Tony keeps shoving me in the
Dude, I
mouth.
can't.
He's telling me
Oh my
eat,
god.
eat, and this is why I'm overweight.
Why you laugh like that?
Fucking cops are so stupid, bro.
This fiddler have the most stoner laugh ever.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Huh?
Oh my god, you notice that overweight woman over there?
What?
What the fuck, Sammy?
I like him pudgy, bro.
What's wrong with you, Sammy?
Looking gelatinous like my scalp used to be.
Jesus.
Yeah, Davenport's a man.
Oh my god. I caught Davenport fucking my wife once.
I still
Oh my god, dude, I'm fucking cracking up over here.
Yeah, they will, they will.
He's on the phone where's now, it? that scares me.
Then we have concessions.
Hey Benji, are you packing, bro?
Always.
I'm bricked up.
I'm really fitting to just dump Nova's ass when we leave here, bro.
100.
All right, do we have everyone available?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe we do from the prosecution.
Defense is also ready.
Okay.
Oh, he's fucked.
So, just make sure we have the right witness list here. Who are the witnesses to be called from the prosecution?
Leonova, Matt Rhodes, Bobby Russell, and Lewis Collins.
Okay, in the defense.
So who the fuck?
I have
are the
no
other-
witnesses.
Who are the other people?
Understood.
Like fucking moral support.
All right, sounds good. We'll go ahead and call this in
Like, why
session.
they stood on the other side of the thing.
Are any outstanding pre-trial motions or issues? we need
Yeah,
to
we would
resolve?
have we would like to have a sidebar, please.
Okay.
Just wait here.
Don't worry, Jason. They sweating already, bro.
Yep.
Hey, Buck. Hey, Buck. Cold War. Hootie hoo. Hootie hoo, alright?
What? What does that even mean?
When you hear that, just run.
Right. Is the car even fucking ready?
No, it's locked, turned off. Yeah, but when he says that, I get in position, and then I'll come in here and Benji will go hootie hoo. He will run out.
Listen. He's dumb if he runs. Okay.
Mr. Robert, would you mind to come here? They're asking about the Sanchez and the transfer of the same. Do you have an explanation for that?
What's the exact question?
You have transferred the ownership of your Sanchez to Frankie Fletcher when we posted on the docket on the same day. Have you been arrested? We're asking why you transferred it when there was a thing on the docket saying it would be seized if you were found guilty.
I had already planned to sell it.
How much did you sell it for?
35,000.
Okay, can you go ahead and produce the registration slip that shows the transfer price?
I'm not sure how I'd go about that.
Go on your phone, go into your documents, vehicle registration.
I may have to pass him my phone. Do I have a phone? Yeah, I do. You fine if I pass him a phone, Your Honor?
Or you can show the bank transfer slip. I think the vehicle registration might need to come from her at this point since it's out of your name. Sorry,
So
him. I don't know if Frankie is male or
It's a lady, Your Honor.
Okay.
So at which point I wouldn't be able to provide it if it needs to come from Frankie, right?
Well, your bank slip should suffice.
I mean, I'll be honest, the bank slip's gonna say $1.
But surely there's another transaction. That would be for the remainder of the amount.
No, there would be no transaction.
So you sold the Sanchez for $1.
And then I took cash.
Why?
That surely you would get from the bank.
I would just like to point out that the asset wasn't freezed. It was just a request that the prosecution had. So as it wasn't freezed, he was free to do.
Is that as soon as the prosecution makes a request, anyone can transfer the asset, and because the judge doesn't grant a freeze within the time period of the request being made, any defendant can just alleviate themselves of an asset to avoid seizure.
There was no request for freezing at all. So there was not one to be granted at any stage. Not exactly. Had they argued that it was freeze from the moment it was posted, and sure, but that was just part of the fine and punishments that they were seeking.
Got it. Thank you. Step back.
Sorry, we have one more pre-trial motion. Due
Yeah.
to the last court case, I believe you presided over, Your Honor, as soon as a verdict was made, the defendant fled out of the court case immediately, in which a reckless pursuit was engaged. I'd like to avoid that today, Your Honor, by giving him the freedom of walking in the courthouse, but on a slinky. I would like him cuffed to the immediate area of the desk.
Yeah, granted.
Thank you very much.
We would like to oppose that on the grounds that my client hasn't been charged for any offenses in the last almost 30 days. He's on the path of reform.
Client
Okay.
literally ran from my last verdict and was assisted in running by the person he claimed during the trial he did not know and did not associate with. Denied.
Okay. Can we have a motion to strike Trooper Schnoze's deposition due to relevance? Trooper Schnoze's testimony, he was not present at any of the 3rd of March or 6th of March incidents that my client is being charged with, and thus it is not relevant in connection to the facts and elements of those offenses.
The relevance of Trooper Schnoze's deposition is very clearly marked in the reports and also in the other evidence involved, and will also be made further clear during today's court case.
Yeah, I'm not striking the entirety of a deposition on a relevance objection before I've even heard their argument. You can reinstitute it at the closure of their portion of their case.
I'm just going to step in just so you know he has a number of items he's going to bring up, so just so you're aware. Go for it.
With respect to questions 12 and 13, I would like to object as to the answers being volunteered. They're yes and no questions, and in both instances, Trooper Schnoze volunteered further to what was requested from the questioner.
Stand by.
I'm going to state to them what 12 and 13 are. They may not have it marked out that way.
12,
I see where they are.
Did you question him? And question 13, did he give you any further information on the meth on his person? In brackets, admitting sale of drugs.
You're basically making a non-responsive objection.
I'm saying that Trooper Snow volunteered beyond what was the question.
So
Did you
the
question
answer is
him?
yes.
The answer is yes.
Listen, counselor. If I ask you a question, listen to what I'm asking you.
Okay, sorry.
You're trying my patience. I literally said, so you're making a non-responsive objection, and instead of just saying yes, you gave me like a word salad. The answer is yes. Okay, non-responsive, understood. So the question then for you is if it's non-responsive, and if the rest of those answers would be stricken after yes, would a secondary question elucidating the rest of those answers have been allowed? Given that this is a deposition in written form, okay, we don't have the luxury of like adjudicating that question right now. So the issue is the content strikeable, not the form?
Very well understood, Your Honor. And the last one then is, with respect to those, is an objection with facts not in evidence. Mr. Roberts, the alleged statements are not in recording, and we don't know what questions he was asked and what he was answered, what tone he was given in, whether he was being fictitious, sarcastic, engaging in hypotheticals, or any other way in which those words or words to those effects could have come out and interpreted the way Trooper Snow did and written down. It should be highlighted that it is paraphrased, it is not a verbatim quote.
Okay, so it can be evaluated as such, and if you wish to challenge the interpretations of tone, etc., either by volunteering testimony from Mr. Robert if he wishes to waive his Fifth Amendment right to make a statement, and if not, you can ask questions on cross to anyone else present related to that. As Trooper Snow is not here, you are welcome to make those points in your opening and closing.
Thank you.
Am I able to? Was the topic of cuffing the individual brought up?
Yes, he will.
Yes,
be
it
up
has
to the
been.
table.
Okay. Well, would I be able to propose an alternative? You know, that the individual, if they would like, remain uncuffed, but there'd be a massive time and fine associated with contempt of court if they flee?
That was already instituted last time, and it didn't deter anything.
Well, Your Honor, I'm telling you, if you make it $1 million, they probably won't run.
He can stay cuffed.
Understood.
I believe that concludes all of our pre-trial motions, Your Honor.
Defense, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, your objections to the form of the questions in the deposition have been noted, as well as your general standing objection to relevance for Trooper Snow's testimony. I've taken diligent notice of that, and I will expect that the prosecution will bring forth to light why that testimony is relevant to the charges at hand today during the presentation of their case. If that does not occur, you can, signal your assertion that this has not occurred to your satisfaction at the conclusion of their case in the intermediary recess. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's step back then. Thank you all.
Nice and fresh.
All right, Jason, let me just put this on your leg here.
Hey, watch it. You're getting my hair
They
caught in
learning.
there.
You seeing this, guys? They learning.
All right, there you go. All right.
A slinky.
All right, he is cuffed to the table, Your Honor.
Alrighty, go ahead and get started then. So, we are gathered here today to hear a series of charges against one defendant, Jason Robert. Jason, I'm going to go through your charges. You're going to plead to each of them one by one.
It's not guilty to all, right?
You're being charged with the following. First off, being charged with 2 counts of drug trafficking. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
2 counts of resisting arrest. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
2 counts of reckless evading. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
2 counts of possession of bands of notes, small band of notes. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
2 counts of vehicle registration fraud.
Not guilty.
1 count of dirty money in the second degree.
Not guilty.
2 counts of unauthorized operation of an off-road
Remember, the
vehicle.
courthouse is
Not
like a
guilty.
game of chess and, like,
1 count
strategy.
of criminal possession of firearm class 1.
Not guilty.
Okay, not guilty to all charges.
They read out his main charges and then
Duly
once they
noted.
stacked on
So
top.
we will go ahead and then transition now to opening statements. I'll hear first from the prosecution.
Your Honor, people of the court, today you will hear the story of not one, but 2 instances where the defendant Jason Robert was apprehended by police officers and found in the possession of the same strain of meth. This happened after Mr. Robert had already been apprehended twice, caught selling meth from the same strain, which were both on the same day earlier. Your Honor, it will become clear throughout the provided evidence and the testimony provided by police officers involved in the apprehension that Mr. Robert is guilty of all charges levied against him, and that the defendant has shown a blatant lack of concern for the law and the public health of Los Santos' citizens. Thank you.
All right, defense. You need a jump count. Defense opening.
The same day?
That wasn't the same.
Dear people of the court, Mr. Robert is a troubled individual with a drug problem. We do not deny that.
It's true.
Although he has worked on himself, he's still battling his demons on a day-to-day basis. The defense will show today that Mr. Roberts is not guilty of drug trafficking as defined under the Penal Code. Mr. Roberts should not be made an exemplary victim of the thirsty appetite of the prosecution and the unprecedented sentencing recommendations sought upon him. Thank you.
Okay, thank you kindly both. We'll move now towards the witnesses for the prosecution. Go ahead and hear the prosecution call their first witness when ready.
Yeah, I would like to call Bobby Russell to the stand, please.
Who?
Okay, Ms. Russell.
She just chilling with an assault rifle. Okay.
If you could raise your left hand. Do you affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it, under the penalty of perjury, so help you Mitch?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Bobby,
take
if
a
you could
seat.
speak up.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and take a seat.
Bobby used to be EMS.
All right, Carlson, your witness.
Okay, could you please state your full name and rank for the court?
Yeah, Deputy Bobby Russell from the Bay City Department.
Went from helping people to
I will be referencing the People's Aid Police Report 38736 throughout my questioning if you need to refresh your memory. Were you on duty on the 6th of March?
I was, yes.
Did you respond to a suspicious activity call that day?
I responded to multiple suspicions calls. Yes, I did.
How do you generally respond to these calls?
Due to I am in the Air Corps, I am certified Air1 pilot and also co-pilot. We responded usually with Air1 due to we can get a great height and distance, so we're not gonna make any. People don't know we are there when we are observing them.
Wow.
Do you remember responding to a call near Orchardville Avenue?
Yes, I do.
Did you stay in the air while you were near that call?
I stayed around 950 feet. That's what I call to the to the pilot above Orchardville.
What did you see while flying over the area?
In the beginning, we were having a hard time finding anything. Then we located a Sanchez during, I did because I was on camera, during the handoff near Orchardville. I wasn't able to take a photo. I then observed a little bit, we went a little bit lower and witnessed more handoff going on. And after the handoff, we witnessed the dirt bike, green color Sanchez, take off. And we started following it in the air.
So just to be clear, you saw more than one handoff?
Yes, I did.
Were you able to document any of these?
I was able to document one due to the altitude.
What did she say?
Did you request backup when the driver drove off?
Multiple times.
Did you receive backup?
I received backup on Lorway and Harvey Avenue.
Were you able to keep eyes on the dirt bike and the driver until backup arrived?
I did. I was, yeah.
Do you know if this individual was apprehended?
Clarify, apprehended before the backup or later?
Yeah, later, if
Yes,
they were able
this
to
person
apprehend.
was apprehended later.
Do you know if this person was identified?
This person was identified.
Do you know who?
Yeah, Jason Robert.
Were police officers able to recover the dirt bike?
Yes, they were. And we have plates on L1 identifying the same plate matches from the beginning and also to where the person was arrested.
Do you know if anything stood out about the dirt bike?
Yeah, I know, man.
The plates didn't match. That's what I was informed.
Okay, no further. No, go ahead.
Clarify, the plate didn't match to the VIN of the motorbike. That's what I had to clarify.
What does that usually entail?
That means that the vehicle have fake plates on.
Oh, I can't hear this shit.
Okay, no further questions unless my co-counsel does.
So, hi, Bobby. You mentioned that you responded and you witnessed multiple handoffs. Can you, to the best of your recollection, gauge how many handoffs you saw?
I believe, due to it's a month ago, I witnessed up to around 3 handoffs.
Okay. All right, that's it, Your Honor. No further questions.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh.
Just a sec.
Too late, too late.
Yeah, that.
3.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Okay, yeah, that is it for this witness, Your Honor.
All right, defense counsel.
I hope they got good questions.
Hi, how long were you searching around the Orchardville area?
How long Alban was searching for Orchardville? We were in. Let me quickly think. I think we were in Orchardville area for roughly 5 minutes. I apologize, it's a month ago, so time seems a little. I believe we were in the area above Orchardville 5 minutes in total.
Did you see any other individuals in the area?
That's how all her answers.
I saw enough. I saw like a lot of people driving around, but I didn't see anyone selling.
She just said I saw nothing.
So there could have been other suspicious activities around the area, or
Objection,
you
Your
didn't see
Honor.
any?
She answered this question, asked and answered. She already stated what she saw when she responded.
The question is different. The question is whether she saw any other suspicious
Yeah,
activity
objection,
in the area.
speculation to that one. There's no way that Bobby knows everything going on there.
Yeah, which are you asking, counselor? Because the question you asked originally was, could there have been other suspicious activities around the area? And now you're saying the question was, did she see any other suspicious activities? So that
The latter.
The latter one. Okay. So if it's the latter, then that's not speculation. That's asking her if she saw anything else. So she can answer that.
Okay, we did receive suspicious activity calls in that exact area.
So the question is, did you see any other suspicious activities around the area?
I did not.
Okay. Did you lose sight of the motor vehicle at any stage during the chase?
I lost sight of the motorbike, dirt bike up in Paleto when everyone went for refuel, but quickly regained eyes when it went our direction and passed Paleto PD, and we were able to regain eyes roughly a few seconds after and continue the chase, and the plate were matching from the start.
So how long was that time frame?
30 seconds.
Okay.
It's just false.
Did you take any pictures after you regained eyes?
I did, yeah.
Is that in evidence?
That should be on one of the last. Let me find it. The plate of the dirt bike should be
Like,
there.
even if that could be true, well, you've refilled
I
the whole
asked of the
helicopter in 30
individual.
seconds? Yeah, right.
Give me 1 second.
Just correction for the witness. That's not what you asked. If you're asking a new question, don't misstate your own words. You said, did you take any pictures after you regained eyes?
Of the individual. It might have cut off. Sorry, Your Honor.
Such a decent question, you know.
I did not take any pictures of the person that is in the report.
Yeah.
But I took photos of the dirt bike later on, and I believe the suspect should be in the same photo of that.
Okay. I don't have any other questions unless my co-counsel has any.
Yeah, you lose sight, refuel, and regain sight all in 30 seconds? Yeah, fucking right. It's literally just
Can't
false.
hear you, Mr. First.
You can ask what's so suspicious
thank you.
about a bike being parked up, potentially, if you want to ask that.
I didn't know that was on the screen.
Just one last question. What's the suspicious about the dirt bike being parked in the city?
First of all, a dirt bike is not allowed to be in the city. It's an off-road vehicle, so it should be operating off-road. So seeing a dirt bike in a known area of Otterville makes suspicious due to
exactly
of a lot of times it is the same kind of motor vehicle being used for drug sales. I did not call in the suspicious activity call. Someone else did. Someone saw it, and that's why I didn't call in the suspicious activity call. I just responded.
Very well. Thank you.
We have one more question, I think. Give us a moment.
Okay.
You can ask if it was being operated when they arrived on scene.
Was the motorbike being operated when you arrived to scene?
Define operator for me.
It's moving about.
Negative.
So it was parked.
It was stationary with the driver on it.
So it was not operational. It was just someone sitting on a bike.
That is what you can define. He was sitting on the bike. I couldn't see if it was turned on or not, but he was sitting, pointing towards the road.
Okay, so the motorbike was not being operated. Thank you.
I think that was a good question.
And is it suspicious for a motorbike to be parked and someone to use it?
Man, testifying?
Yeah, counselor, don't do that.
Sorry, I was thinking to myself. Apologies.
No, you were speaking out loud.
So the question is it suspicious for a motorbike to be parked and someone to just be sitting on it?
That's already been asked. I'm gonna
object
ask you
to
please...
the.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask you to please either make a different point or move on from this one. I have well absorbed your intention behind these questions.
Very well. Thank you, Yorna.
Can you redirect?
Yes, Your Honor. Bobby, you stated that you lost eye field, correct?
You need to say that again. I couldn't hear you.
You restated that you lost eyes for a bit while you refueled R1, correct?
That is correct. I've been
during this time, were other units already involved?
Units were already involved in this firm.
Do you know if they kept eyes on the suspect?
I believe they also lost eyes for a few seconds, but you need to ask them due to we had a busy time to get the helicopter down and refuel.
Okay, my counsel has some more questions.
Bobby, you you mentioned you lost eyes on the individual. Can you confirm or not whether the individual matched the same clothing and description as the before you lost eyes on them?
I can completely confirm that it matches everything, the same direction, even heading towards Paleto PD. We lost them on Great Ocean Highway, heading westbound towards the Paleto after we did.
Sorry, Bobby, I don't mean to interrupt you. Just so it's very clear, you can identify the person specifically wearing the same clothing.
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Objection, Your Honor. Just one moment, I just want to go with my counsel in terms of the objection there.
Counter objection. They answered.
Okay, so what you want to do here is
That's an objection.
basically they've brought up that they can identify the person from that.
Still got that sheet roads.
Yeah.
Imagery.
Does that technically fall under asked and answered?
Bro,
Because it was asked and it was answered.
I'd go with speculation.
Well,
I need to speak to the judge after this.
It's we object to speculation, as you can see from the photos and the photos of the alleged handoffs. The person is very tiny, and subsequently, presumably at such heights and speeds as they are alleged, it's unclear how the person could be identified, especially if they're wearing a mask and other
What's
gear.
the objection, though?
Hang on.
I think they said speculation.
So, if I may rebut you, I can identify this through further questioning if you may.
Well, I mean, someone testifying to what they believe they saw is not inform a speculative answer. It would be basically you challenging the reliability of the ability of that witness to make that assertion, which you have. But I don't think that I'm striking the answer based on the size of the person in the photograph or the altitude.
Is that
That would be sort of an argument you could make in closing. But I don't think that's something that is like inherently inadmissible in terms of an answer in court.
We got him thinking about it, which is the important part. Say thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your
I'm
Honor.
gonna overrule that. Yeah.
In the pursuit where you said you lost eyes, you previously testified that you were flying at about 900 feet, correct?
To start, yes.
Did you ever change altitude during the pursuit, either lower or higher? And can you give a rough estimate of where an altitude you normally pursue at while in an air unit?
So
Objection, compound question.
Yeah, sustained. Ask one question at a time. So we'll go with the first question, which was asked, which was, did you change altitude either lower or higher?
Yes, we went all the way down to 87 in altitude.
Just 87, not feet, not
No,
meters,
yeah.
nothing. Just 87.
I don't believe I have any further questions then, Your Honor. I think she answered what I was going to ask.
Okay. Thank you,
All right.
Miss Russell. Defense, do you need to mark her for recall?
I don't think they care about that shit.
Yeah, let's do it just in case.
Okay, Miss Russell, please stick around. Prosecution, you can call your next witness.
Yes, we would like to call Lewis Collins to the stand.
Oh, she does wear glasses, bro. Like, how the fuck does she get to operate a helicopter if her eyesight's not 20/20?
In terms of recalling, we shouldn't just in case call people like that. If you think we're going to have something, then go
I
for
was
it. Otherwise, you
thinking
let
in
them go.
terms of asking
right,
about
Mr. Collins,
speed
please
and
raise
a
your
few
left
other
hand.
factors like that.
You affirm
Okay.
the testimony you're about
That's
to
good
give
then.
before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but it, under the penalty of perjury, so help you, Nikita.
Absolutely.
All right, take a seat. Carlson, your witness.
Okay, could you please state your full name and rank for the record?
398 Deputy Lewis Collins with the PBSO.
For you as well, I will be referencing the People's Aid Police Report 38736 throughout if you need to refresh your memory.
Brilliant.
Were you on duty on the 6th of March?
Yep.
Did you respond to a call for backup regarding a suspicious activity call.
I did, yes.
What did you know about this call for backup?
So when I got on the radio, I heard Bobby asking for backup over regards for a green in color Sanchez fleeing from a suspicious activity call that originated on Orchardville. Bobby stated over the radio that she had seen multiple handoffs and had photographs, one in particular. So I responded in a CVPI, and I think I joined the pursuit at Harwick and did
multiple
as
handoffs
best I
is also
could with
false.
CVPI.
So did you find the suspect that was mentioned?
Sorry, what
Did you find the suspect that was mentioned?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Did he comply with police officers?
No, so the chase went around the city. It started down on Orchardville, went all the way up to
Objection,
Pluto.
narrative.
We lost eyes for a bit, then L1 caught eyes. It crashed on Sonora Road
Objection,
next to the
narrative.
I agree. So
Okay, that's fine.
I'm going to strike everything after no, the chase went all around the city. Started down in Polito, Orchardville, went all the way to Polito. So everything after Polito will be stricken, and Miss Carlson can ask you more questions if she'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, how did the chase conclude?
The suspect crashed his bike next to the purple dinosaur, and we apprehended him.
Was the suspect identified?
Yes, as a one Mr. Jason Robert, I identified him myself.
Did you search the suspect?
I did, yes.
And what was found on this person?
So there was 13 bags of meth, 8 bands of notes, as well as 9 bags of
Objection,
marked bills.
facts not in evidence.
It's in evidence in the police report.
Not only that, I mean, isn't his testimony evidence? Ain't he the evidence?
It's
Hold on.
not the
I
best
don't need you to respond to this, Collins. You're a witness.
Okay.
Okay. So there's an objection to facts not in evidence.
What a bunch of dicks, bro.
Can you articulate that further, defense counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. So on page 2 of the report, it says, I think it's page 3, sorry. Jason Roberts possessions number 1. That doesn't work. So we have not been provided photos of his possession.
You might have to type in the address for that.
I'm
I think it
looking
might
at it.
have
and
to be
it's
a L
working for
instead of
me,
an
so-
I.
What do you mean it doesn't work? Let me clarify that.
There is no image associated with it. It just says removed. It's no longer available. The same issue with possessions number 2.
So is the argument here that you didn't have the ability to prepare for this because you weren't provided it?
It is the prosecution's duty to provide defense with all the evidence that is being used to charge the defendant.
You know what? You're right, and we did, and you didn't do your due diligence to be like, hey, yo, I can't see this.
You guys need to approach.
Hey guys, I can't see the thing I can't see.
Okay.
Colin, step away over to the corner over there.
Yo, Slinky Chain, come over here, man.
Can't go that far. It's like as far as I can go, man.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just a Slinky. You could fucking run to Polito if you wanted. Bro, like, why are these cops?
I can stretch it here.
All the cops that are in here right now, who actually arrested you and processed you?
Fuck, I don't even remember.
Was Rhodes there? You'd remember
Yeah, Rhodes
that.
was there at some point.
Do you remember what point? This guy's doing the lawyer's fucking job. She's just going up there looking pretty in a little dress, trying to like fucking flash a boobie at the fucking judge, and they're doing all of her work for her, bro. Yeah, but they're doing all the objections for her, bro.
Jason, are they going to spend the whole case trying to prove that it wasn't you actually doing it, or about the actual amounts?
And
I don't
real
know.
talk, yeah, real talk.
So I found out something else,
How the
Sammy.
fuck does someone wearing glasses get to operate a fucking helicopter, man?
Sammy, it's not just about felony possession. Sale of drugs counts too.
Yeah, it does.
Towards the pattern,
Yep.
I understand. Of course it does. Yeah, but yeah, I know that.
That's the issue here. Like pretty much no matter what, I'm gonna get sale of
But
drugs.
you need it. But you need a pattern plus felony intent. But look, you fit it sort of. But the whole point is like, you know, you weren't found with that much.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. We'll see.
I mean, I'm trying to pull up this, you know, the docket reading here. Those pictures aren't actually there.
They just weren't hyperlinked in terms of
What?
the one that
They've actually been removed.
usually do. I don't know.
They don't have no evidence.
They don't have evidence.
Right,
First,
it
is it
reminds
just
me of
the
the last
possession
time
ones, just so I
I
can
was in
send
the
it?
courthouse, right? They edited the main docket to make it look like that shit was there from the start. But the truth is, it was never there from the fucking start, which is why I sold the house. But then they're like, it's always been known that you shouldn't sell it. And I'm like, no, it's fucking not. You
Is it what's up?
Just verify that you got that first.
Trust me, these guys are snakes and rats and cock-sucking bastards.
Yeah, the judge has already.
I agree, Fib.
Yeah, he's saying that it's not an us issue. So that makes
Like,
sense.
if you're gonna edit the docket, just post a new one and make it clear that this is the old one and here's the new one.
Trying to be a lawyer.
What's the problem?
You saying something, Rose?
Oh,
I
no,
can't
it's all
hear
good.
you.
All right, Collins, you can step back in.
That doesn't really change anything
For
anyway, to be honest.
the audience's benefit, there was a slight technical issue with the way the reports were exported. It was no one's fault, nor was it a prejudicial issue.
Yeah, they're trying to go for two
We'll be
again.
moving on from this topic and not discussing it further.
Yeah.
Go ahead and resume with your questioning, please.
Okay, could you state what was found on his person?
Yeah, so it was 13 bags of meth, 8 bands of notes, 9 bags of marked bills, and in his wallet in cash was $4,636.
And did you check what strain of meth these bags came back from?
I did, yes.
Came back to. And what was the strain?
184-Hermit Crab.
Did you find any links with previous incidents?
Yeah, 3 different situations before.
Could you share which situations those were? Shortly.
Am I allowed to very quickly get it up, or is that not allowed?
Yes, if you didn't recall specifically off memory.
Yeah. So it's one of them was sale of drugs regarding him on a Sanchez. 8 bags were found.
Are you sorry? Just be very explicit. Him is who?
Sorry, Jason Robert.
Okay.
That was the same strain, 184 Hermit Crab. On the same day, he was caught again, literally about 2 hours later, with a felony amount of that meth, with 20 bags of meth, and it matched the same Hermit Crab strain. And then it matched one on the 3rd of March, where it was also found on his person, 184 Hermit Crab.
Okay, thank you.
27 bags were found on him from that 3rd situation.
Thank you. No further questions unless my co-counsel does.
I don't think I have anything.
Nope, we are all good, Your Honor.
All right, defense counsel, your witness.
You pursued the vehicle from where?
From Harwick to Polito.
Did you lose sight of the vehicle at any stage during the chase?
Myself personally, yes.
Okay, so after Polito, you lost sight of the vehicle.
Yes.
When did you regain eyes on the vehicle?
after Air 1 called it out, I can't remember exactly where, but I regained eyes and saw it was the same vehicle, same person on them.
How?
It's about 2 minutes. However, other units was still had eyes, and then everyone with VCB, then Air 1 got eyes again. Sorry, they lost visual.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll confer with Michael Castle, make sure he doesn't have any other questions.
Okay.
So just for the future, you should have stopped that 2 questions ago. You just allowed him to get a lot of information out, which is fine. It happens. But as soon as he had said that he lost eyes on Harwick, that's where you probably should have stopped it. But yeah, I've got no more questions.
We don't have any further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Any redirects?
Do you have any questions?
No redirect, Your Honor. Sorry.
Okay, Collins, you can step down, and you guys marking him for recall defense.
No, we're not, Your Honor.
Okay. Next witness from the prosecution, Collins, you can be excused if you wish to leave. You wish to watch, you can also.
Appreciate it.
I would like to call Leon over to the stand.
Is she walking up there before she's even been called up there, bro? Fuck me.
All right, Nova, raise your left hand. Do you affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, under the penalty of perjury? So help you, Matt.
Yes, I do.
Okay, Carlson, your witness.
Could you state your full name and rank for the record?
I'm Corporal Leonova with the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office.
Were you on duty on the 3rd of March?
Yes.
Did you encounter Jason Robert that day?
Yes.
What led to your encounter with him?
I was patrolling along the road outside the vault, and I witnessed Jason Robert pull up to the vault on a off-road vehicle. I attempted to do a traffic stop, and he fled.
He didn't. Did he comply with police officers?
No, he did not.
How did this chase end?
To the best of my knowledge, what I can remember is he ended up fleeing recklessly to a burger shop where I think he either crashed or attempted to get in another vehicle, and I believe shots were fired, if I recall correctly.
What?
Were the individuals
The hell is
involved
she
in that
talking
shooting able to be shot down?
Yes.
Was Jason Robert detained?
Yes.
Was he searched?
Yes.
What was found on his person?
I will have to reference the evidence, if I may, Your Honor.
Jason did that, but it was me and Cole.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just one moment.
Calm down, calm down.
On his person was a Desert Eagle, 27 bags of meth with the strain 184 hermit crab, 27 rolls of notes, and a hunting rifle. Those would have been the items of concern. They are listed in evidence.
Okay,
Sorry, for
Corporal
my reference, which report number is this?
I believe it is 38502, Your Honor. (38502).
All right. Go ahead, Carlson.
Okay, Corporal Nova, do you have a further link with investigation in drugs?
I'm just going to step in and say that's far too vague. I need you to be a bit more specific.
Corporal Nova, do you often patrol Orchardville?
Yes.
What kind of calls do you go to there usually?
Generally, they are suspicious calls. We call them 1037s.
And what do these calls generally refer to in your expertise?
Generally, they generally indicate sales of drugs.
No further questions unless my co-counsel does.
No.
We are good, Your Honor.
Defense counsel.
Okay, hang on. Let me get my thoughts together. Mr. Roberts was seen with a Sanchez near the vault,
That would be correct.
and he fled.
Yes.
Where did that chase finish?
To the best of my knowledge, it was outside Burger Shop.
It was outside the apartments.
Can I get you to refer to Corporal Brian Knight's statement?
Brian Knight?
Yeah. Jackson Vick, I don't know which statement he's referring to.
I think he's referencing the one in the report.
Hey, lawyer, is she allowed
Yeah, page 3 of 5. The second last one.
I'm about to pass.
Hold on. So the in this report, defense counsel, you're looking at incident 38502, correct?
Oh, is that why it's bent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're clear, everyone's on the same page that Brian Knight's statement is under a previous report which is included in the body under the heading prior drug related offenses, correct?
Yes.
Well, I'm
yes.
talking to the defense
Okay.
counsel.
Oh.
Okay, so it is copy-pasted from a different incident.
It says in here prior drug related offenses, and then it says first report number 36558. And it talks about Trooper Schnoze's statement on February 11th, and then 36566, which again has Trooper Schnoze, Sergeant Mack, James Dokes, Brian Knight, Sharon Quinn from also February the 11th. So I think that's
Understood,
probably
Nova.
the confusion going on between you and Nova. If you want to ask questions about
Yep.
those reports, you're free to just.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
I just the picture was a bit mixed match because of that. It's all good. I understand. All right. So the chase ended at Burger Shot, and he was arrested at Burger Shot.
Actually, objection, Your
What
Honor.
area?
On the basis of being vague, because there's multiple individuals who got arrested here, so like clarification as to who's referring to.
Mr. Robert.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, just restate the question, please.
Was Mr. Robert arrested at the Burger Shot area?
Yes.
He entered any vehicles?
This happened a month ago. My recollection isn't I believe I have a statement in the report, Your Honor.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to refer to your statement, that's fine. It's in evidence.
Just give me one moment. Okay. Can you re-ask the question?
Did Mr. Robert enter any other vehicles other than the Sanchez?
She's literally just read a report.
No.
To your knowledge, did Mr. Robert have a radio on him?
Can't remember.
She's like looking at her fucking statement.
To your memory, did this happen? Let me check.
I mean, there's.
If it happened.
Yeah. Okay.
What the fuck?
I think that's all I have. I'll just confer with Concastle.
I've never been in a city where.
I mean, there's not much more for us to get out of this one. We're just trying to get her to stay as least as possible, right? So, yeah, I'm good.
We don't have any further questions, Your Honor.
All right. Any redirect?
Yes,
Nova,
Your Honor.
were you Mr. Processing Officer?
To the best of my knowledge, I think I was. Like I say, it was over a month ago.
Okay, so just for clarification, is that a yes or is that a you're not sure?
I'm pretty sure I was.
Okay.
I can't help but laugh.
Yes, no, maybe.
But it was a month ago, so I'm not sure.
Objection, Your Honor, speculation.
Good shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with you're not sure.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I had to throw it out there.
Yeah, I ain't got no more questions.
Yeah, I think he derailed them a little
Okay,
bit.
you can step down, Nova. Is Nova marked for recall?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Next witness prosecution.
Yeah, I would like to call Matt Rhodes to this.
I'm not filling the blanks. The chase ended in Alta Street Apartments, not in Burger Shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, sir, do you affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury, so help you lonely hog?
I do. I swear.
Okay,
I
go
do
ahead,
swear.
Carlson. Your witness. Thank you, sir.
Could you state your full name and rank for the record, please?
Under Sheriff Matt Rose of the Paleto Bay Sheriff's Office.
Under Sheriff, were you on duty on the 3rd of March?
Let me see what took place. Yes, I was.
Did you encounter Jason Robert on that day?
I most certainly did.
Do you remember the instance where you encountered him?
Yes, I do.
Could you elaborate a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So there I was just minding my business when all of a sudden I hear on radio, there are Sanchez in the city, and you know, it's like a dog, my ears just perked up. They started
Objection,
fleeing
Your
from
Honor.
the-
Narrative.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
Yes, sir.
We'll
Good
go
shit, good shit.
everything after there's a Sanchez in the city. So we'll stop with there's a Sanchez in the city. Carlson, you can ask for the question.
How did you respond after you heard that there were Sanchez in the city?
Oh, I responded by responding, ready to make an arrest for a crime.
Where did that response lead you to?
You mean like where the
Location.
original call was? Originally it was at the vault, and it then progressed into a police chase.
Do you know how this chase ended?
Oh, I most certainly do. It ended with Jason Roberts going into the tunnels by the Alta Street apartment, taking a silly corner and getting hit by my car. And then I arrested him.
Alright, so you were able to detain Mr. Robert.
Not only detained, but arrest, yeah.
Were you the one to process Mr. Robert?
Oh, I most certainly was.
Did you search him?
I did search him, yes.
What did you find on his person?
I found a Desert Eagle, 27 bags of meth, references the same strain as before. I believe to be, give me a second here, I don't want to state anything. 184 hermit crab. There's also 27 rolls of small notes, $2,269 in cash. And he did have a radio on his person.
Did you read Mr. Robert his rights?
Yes.
And were you able to link the strain that you mentioned before with any other incidents?
Yes, at the time of that arrest, there had been 2 prior instances in which this individual has been caught with that strain of meth.
Did Jason Robert make any statements regarding his reasoning for having this meth on his person?
Meth, man. Fuck that.
Not that I recall.
Okay, no further questions unless my co-counsel does. Very good, Your Honor.
All right,
Any
defense
questions?
counsel.
I don't think I do.
Nope, pretty straightforward.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, will you be calling Rhodes here as a recall witness?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can step down, Rhodes.
Oh, that was fast.
Hey, believe me. I am going to ask you to stick around, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Understood.
The judge isn't dumb. These
All
are
right.
2 different, completely different statements of the same situation.
Any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor. We would like to point out, though, that in each of the... Oh, yeah. We would like to point out that in each of the reports provided by the state, the same strain of meth has been meticulously documented and connected, and therefore connecting each instance and strengthening the drug trafficking charge that we are pushing on him, as well as Trooper Schnoze's deposition on the matter.
Understood. Defense, you want to raise anything at this point?
Yes. Hang on, let me check with my concussion. Is this where we do the evidence highlighting, or is it after?
No, that's at the end. So, what you want to ask is, in terms of,
Bobby Russell, or
yeah, exactly. No.
Can we have Bobby Russell on recall?
Okay, so just Bobby Russell as a recall witness?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me one moment, Your Honor. I'll just make sure that the other that we put up, we don't. Give me one moment.
Yeah, no, take your time.
Is it just Bobby?
Yes, it was the Air 1 speed stuff.
Okay. What do you want to ask?
They ask about the... What they're gonna say is the heli was low enough to see him well, but I just want to check the speeds at which the helicopter would
Pursuit
be
speeds,
operating.
okay. Yeah, talk about the pursuit speeds, yeah. Okay, Your Honor, we're good to proceed with Bobby Russell.
Okay, Miss Russell, you're still under oath as a reminder.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Counselor, your witness.
And she wears glasses.
You testified that you flew as low as 87 feet, correct?
I stated that we got all the way down to 87 feet altitude. Yeah.
What kind of speeds were you traveling at in the helicopter?
At that time, I am unsure due to I was not the pilot.
During the pursuit in general, what sort of speeds would the helicopter be operating at?
All between 110, 120 to 160.
What kind of distance did you have with the motorbike when you were at 87 feet?
What kind of range is that though? 110 to 120? Then all of a sudden to 160?
That is not something I do know because we are not able to calculate the distance between the helicopter and where I have the camera.
An estimate?
I honestly don't know. I could see it with my eyes. That's the best I can say. It was close to me, but I wouldn't be able to guess due to the camera having a function where I can zoom in and out.
Objection, Your Honor. What's the relevance to that?
Explain yourself, lawyer. Explain yourself.
What is the relevance, Counselor?
Well, the argument would be that the helicopter flew low. We're just adding uncertainty to that with speeds and distances. As to how well they could have, seen the individual fleeing and identifying the same individual.
Overruled. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. Shit, my homie.
What was the question again?
It was already answered.
Okay.
I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
Okay. Any cross there?
Oh, I've got a cross. Hey, Bobby. Just a quick question. The person who was arrested at the end of that police chase, were they the same individual as the person you observed on Orchardville?
It was, yes.
Case closed.
Now, do you need to take into account speed or distance or anything to determine that it was the same individual?
Not at all.
Just to clarify, can you can visually identify a person from the start doing handoffs to the person at the end, also on a Sanchez, being the same person?
I definitely can, yes.
All right. Yeah, well, I think that covers it.
Yeah, exactly. How does she know?
Y'all have any questions?
Camera usually tells you, but
We're good, Your Honor.
All right. Defense counsel, any redirect?
What do you think? You need to ask a question?
Can I ask how? Or is that problematic?
Yeah, don't ask it. It's not going to get you anywhere.
No, Your
I wouldn't
Honor.
ask.
Okay, Ms. Russell, you can step down. Thank you kindly for your testimony today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, defense counsel, as you have only marked Ms. Russell for recall, this time I will ask, is Mr. Robert going to be maintaining his Fifth Amendment protections or waiving them to give testimony?
He'll be...
One moment, Your Honor.
Yep.
Give us one moment. I just wanted to look like we're actually, pretending that we're actually going to consider sending him up, and then we're just going to, not send him.
Okay, very well. Like,
My favorite temple right there.
it's just not a good idea because anything you say will not help you, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. You can tell it to him now.
No, Your Honor, he will not be testifying today.
Okay, that is his right. So, I applaud him for exercising his constitutional rights as he deems fit. Every citizen should do so. So, that will be, I guess, the conclusion of the defense case in that sense.
Can
Your
we
Honor, are
highlight
we able to
some
go
evidence?
over the evidence? Is that okay at this time?
That's what I'm asking. If you'd like to go over evidence at this time.
Yep. The defense would like to highlight inconsistencies in Trooper Schnoze's deposition. Question 5 indicates that Trooper Schnoze arrived after Mr. Robert had been arrested, whereas question 6 and 7 suggest that Trooper Schnoze was present prior to the arrest of Mr. Robert, including at the time of his arrest.
Is there any way to get a full list of these? Because I don't know.
Yeah, I can send it over.
I'm only asking because I don't know what the actual question was and whether or not it was referenced.
We can take a minute pause while is it Captain now, Rhodes? I don't know what your rank is now. While he's provided with it. Under Sheriff, thank you. We can take a short recess if you'd like.
By email, yeah, we'll take a recess.
I got it.
Can you do that, Mr.
Take 2.
Yeah, just so they have that to actually look over. We'll just give them 2 minutes,
I'll just quickly go and think about waterfalls.
Go for it. I would say it's gone as expected to this point.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect it to be good.
No, but also there's been inconsistencies that's been highlighted. I mean, Corporal Nova just absolutely, their testimonies, capped us based on what they testified.
Yeah, they
so
said
that was
completely
something that,
different things.
yeah. So there was some positive that came out of it.
Two separate incidents, and it's confusing as
This
fuck.
should have 100% been fucking 2 different court cases.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard to keep up. Which way's going where?
Well, they just bounce around between 2 separate incidents, and it's like, well, okay.
And I have a few moments to rest my legs.
Right. Give me a second. I think we're good.
All right, we get to resume.
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Defense counsel.
So the deposition with Trooper Snow, we highlight the inconsistency between questions 5, 6, and 7 in relation to Mr. Roberts allegedly being Trooper Snow arriving after Mr. Roberts had been arrested, whereas questions 6 and 7 suggest that Trooper Snow was present before and during the arrest of Mr. Robert.
Are we able?
So I'm just gonna say this because we don't have Snow here. I will evaluate the point you're making. I'm also going to include within my consideration the realm of possibility that the phrasing of "how did you meet Jason Robert" could be interpreted as if you're an officer chasing someone, you haven't met them until you've identified them. So while I do take your point about the inconsistency, I will also note that I think there may be an issue with how the wording is being used here. Given that we can't talk to Snow, I can't figure out exactly. So as I said, I will weigh that accordingly. Your comment is noted.
That's all I can ask you right now. We would also like to highlight that there is no recorded interviews under Miranda of Mr. Robert. None of the allegations written in the reports are substantiated with recordings, and the issues associated with the lack of recordings about the same. So
well noted.
Any statements in reference to what my client has allegedly said should be weighted accordingly.
Yes, I will take that into consideration.
And also, I would like to highlight the inconsistencies between Leonova and Matt Rhodes' statements, with Leonova having issues recalling where the chase had ended, and the inconsistencies and the certainty with Matt Rhodes indicating it had ended elsewhere and by him, and he was the processing officer.
Can we just clarify that on the record it was listed as she was unsure?
Both points are noted.
Okay.
Yes, I do recognize that initially there were inconsistencies in the answers. I do also recognize that she freely admitted that she could not recall if she was unsure due to the amount of time that had elapsed.
That's all I can ask you right now. Anything else, Mr. Temple?
No, I think that's all we wanted to highlight at that point.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, we will go ahead and move into closing statements.
Can we have 5 minutes for that, Your Honor?
Yes, we may. So
make it 10, please.
Let's go ahead and resume at 25 minutes after the hour.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, let's go over here.
It's good.
Sorry, these shackles, man.
I get the guy's new and all, but fuck, I wish the other guy was. That other guy would destroy this case for you.
Who?
Temple.
The blue, the blue tie.
Yeah, he used to be a judge.
They're conferring to each other quite a bit.
All right.
He's pretty much telling them what to say.
Are they? Can they really push trafficking on you for 13 bags? And they're jumbling up 2 separate incidents. It's a lot. Like it hasn't even really been clarified that.
Has anyone even pointed that out? Like there's 2
been
separate instances. They said it's the same day. Like
few
what?
lies thrown out by the witnesses too.
Yeah, of course, because they're cops.
So what do your lawyers have to say about that? Are they aware of this shit?
That's what they just brought up, and
Yeah.
I guess we're taking 10 minutes to think about it.
Okay. Yeah, they had Nova asked for more time because she knows it's not looking too good.
Yeah, she got to fabricate a little more, you know.
Yep.
Guys, she's the worst speaker ever. You could tell she's lying.
If Fibbler had a good point too. Why is someone
She had
with
the
glasses driving in a helicopter?
She had that damn iPad in her hand the whole time too.
Yeah.
Let me just look at my statement. Yep. Look at my
Yeah, let me
statement.
just
Look at my
read
statement.
my
Oh,
statement
wait.
out loud.
Yeah. Now ask me that question. Maybe.
You know,
I can't recall.
So what the fuck is it? You can't remember. So you've looked at your statement. You've just read your statement. You're now going to take 5 minutes over reading your statement to then answer the question and go, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like if it was important enough to, you know, ruin my life, you know, you'd remember, right?
No, of course not. Just throw out any, you know, general fucking statement about anyone that does drugs, and you know, suddenly they don't know.
Is that Roger?
There's no way.
who is that? I
that
don't know,
Roger?
but that walk looks familiar.
I'm not even gonna point
Thank
it
you,
out.
Roger.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Bitch
Yeah,
boy.
it could be anybody.
Could be anyone.
Howdy, partners.
Yeah, could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
Yeah. It could be
Yep.
anybody in the whole city.
Could be.
Absolutely.
Be a Bondi boy or something. Wants to
How's it
support you.
going?
He does look like a Bondi boy, actually.
What's
How do you look like a
going on
Bondi
here
boy? You
today?
just don't care about your hygiene?
Damn, we just got shit on the Bondi boys like that? Fucking hell, dude. Oh, we're just watching someone get ass fucked.
Listen, man, don't attack the lawyer. It's his first big case, all right? He's doing a good job, actually.
Yep.
How's it going?
First, the former judge is having to feed lines to the lawyer.
It's a goddamn shame.
Yep. He's a newbie, so.
I mean, I feel like he's doing pretty good so far, though. It's just
No, he
it's,
is doing pretty good.
it's a hard.
He
There was
does.
just
When
some
I
things
was
that I
here
caught
before, I
on that
mauled
they
it out of
didn't-
my
I was
mind
like,
from the
fuck.
cops just not trying to fuck up.
It is
he
a
was
real
doing
crazy
pretty
case.
good. Yeah.
Looks like you got a few boys down here supporting you, though, man.
Yep.
It's nice to see.
Is this not Roger?
No.
Oh, hey, stranger.
Think about
Alright,
it.
I think they may want me to come over there, but I can't reach that far.
Alright, go for it.
How you doing, man?
That's not looking too good, man.
What did they say about your Sanchez?
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh yeah, what was the deal with that? Did they say that?
Well,
That's
the
what I had
content
to-
is about
that's
this
what I had to go up
Sanchez,
there
you know.
for.
If you want to take your Sanchez, they can suck your balls, man.
Yep.
It's life on
I
the
mean,
road when you're trying to take
just,
a man's motorcycle, you know.
He asked me
Granted, just-
how much I sold it for, and then he asked for a bank slip for it. And I was like, well, I mean, the bank's gonna say $1.
I gave it away. Just say I gave it away.
I gave it away.
Well, I already said I sold
So
it for
what little
35K.
friend group are you guys part of? Are
Oh,
you part
fuck.
of
Yep.
Did you?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
I
the
sold
best
it
thing
to
than that,
Frankie Fletcher for 35K.
It's not bad. Not a bad
the
deal.
thing you could have said as well is like it was worthless because it had so many strikes on it.
That's probably the reason why he
I
was
mean, if
off
you
there.
start
back there, 'cause
questioning
it was
about the
confusing.
motorcycle, normally what me and the boys say, we just don't talk at all, you know.
Yeah.
What we don't say can't hurt us, you know. It's life on the road.
Man, who is this?
You fucking know who it is. Think about it.
Yeah, I'm starting to think. I think I caught on.
I don't know. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Could be anyone.
Could be anyone.
You don't know me, boys. You know, I'm just a lone ranger.
He's
Yep,
just a lone
yep.
wolf, you know.
It's growling on me.
How's your ankle do?
Yeah, me and my boys up in Sandy. You know how we do. Just
I think
me
I like
on the
this guy.
farm.
I think I like this guy. I think I like this guy more than I like the person he's not impersonating.
Yeah, I think I might know.
I think this might be my new OG over here.
It's gonna be interesting when they try to push the actual drug trafficking for 13 bags
I
of
just
meth.
saw a gentleman get pulled out of this place. He was manhandled by the cops.
Oh, I definitely
Did
know
you?
now.
First person?
They impounded his Subaru for $30,000.
That's fucking
Wow,
insane, isn't
that's
it?
crazy.
I have no idea. You need to ask him.
Maybe we should just take his mask off.
Yeah, just take
He's
his
not wearing a mask, he's
medically
wearing a-
cleared mask off.
He's wearing a beard.
No, he's saying that the person that got their
Oh.
Subaru
You know, some
impounded.
people that mask means more to them than people know.
Yep.
You know, those. I was
Well,
in a
he's not
case in the
ugly.
I was in a case and the HOA guys had no problem. They had no problems with those guys keeping their masks on.
Yeah, because it's HOA. You know, it's HOA chain gang. Any established group within the past 3 years. You know, guy in a pig mask, Sammy.
Huh?
Guy in a pig mask.
No, he
that
was.
wasn't-
He had.
Yeah, the
he had
bank
like a
account's gonna be
neon
fucked.
shit.
Oh, like Julio.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julio's had that shit forever.
Yeah.
I've never seen him without his mask on. Back in the old days, I used to have on my MDT, it used to say I could just wear a mask legally in court.
You gonna bring me some fish to the prison, Sammy?
Yeah. I'll bring you some fish.
I thought that'd be fibs, sir.
I'll put out some nets.
We'll break
for
you out.
Break you out with fish.
You'll break him out.
Or you could break in and just hang
Break
out,
'em out.
inside.
So where you boys from? Where you boys live? Huh?
Broad Street.
Yeah.
Broad Street.
Hmm.
It's quite convenient.
We're a
'Cause I live
Southside
on
gang.
I live on Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, do you?
Pretty
That
convenient.
place sounds nice.
No,
It does.
I already have one. Don't worry about it.
You got a other fellow cowboy you
Oh, yeah,
shack up
we
with
have
in a tent.
I'm a cowboy.
Gets
That's
quite
what's up.
cold up there in the winter, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You gotta huddle close together to make sure you stay warm. You know.
Exactly. And sometimes we do it in the summer too.
Trust me, I've prepared a bit for this. Got rid of my vehicles. All my bank is in all my banks are like
All right,
$0
we ready to
in
resume?
cash.
On the low, on the low.
Already
Defense counsel.
Prepared this time.
Yes. Okay. Call court back into session. Go ahead and hear closing statements, starting with the prosecution.
Your Honor, people
No,
of
I
the
don't
court.
think I'm gonna run.
As I
I'm
stated in
handcuffed
my
right
opening
now, so.
statement, we have heard the story of Jason Robert today and his connection to the drug scene of Los Santos. On the 3rd of March 2022, following a traffic stop gone out of hand, Mr. Jason Robert was apprehended. On his person, 27 bags of meth were found by Undersheriff Rhodes, the strain of which linked back to 2 earlier instances, a mere 20 days before. On that earlier day, Trooper Jackie Snow, as confirmed in evidence and in his testimony, encountered the defendant not once but twice, encountered in drug-related offenses. More so in one of these instances, the defendant admitted to selling the meth on his person, and once again the strain came back to the same strain that we found on the 3rd of March. Then, 6 days after Jason Robert was apprehended and told he would be facing drug trafficking, police officers responding to a suspicious activity call witnessed an individual on a dirt bike do not one, but multiple handoffs, of which one was documented. They kept eyes on this individual, and after a chase, the driver crashed and was apprehended. Upon his detainment, Mr. Jason Robert was identified. A further 13 bags of meth were found on his person, once again linking back to the now 3 aforementioned instances. Your Honor, what we see in the actions of Jason Robert is a blatant disregard for the law. Not only had he been apprehended for sale of drugs and felony possession prior to his arrest on the 6th of March, a mere 3 days, I repeat, 3 days earlier, Mr. Robert was apprehended and made aware he was facing drug trafficking. It is in the state's belief that in good faith, we cannot let Mr. Robert off the hook easily. Furthermore, Jason Roberts' disregard to the DOJ is highlighted again in the sale of a Sanchez, which was requested for seizure on the docket in regards to this case. Instead of waiting for word from the judge on this matter, Mr. Robert decided to get rid of said asset, not caring about the court's decision. This also connects to the fact that the defendant already has a prior charge of drug trafficking on his record. During the sentencing, he turned his back on the DOJ literally as he ran off, not caring about the court, his actions, or the consequences of these actions.
Like
not only do his actions show a complete disregard to the law, but it also shows a lack of compassion towards his fellow citizens and the health of the people of Los Santos. He actively distributes meth over and over again, risking the health of others only for financial gain. Mr. Robert was not distributing a harmless drug. We are dealing with meth, which destroys lives on the daily. The fact that Mr. Roberts gets caught over and over again shows that he only cares for himself and his own financial gain over the health of the people of our city.
I want to, give me shit.
What is clear in the end, Your Honor, is that Mr. Jason Robert has an extensive connection to the drug scene of Los Santos and the distribution of said drugs. He has shown no intention to change his ways whatsoever. In fact, just continue in his actions, laughing in the face of the United Police Department, who do what they can to protect our citizens, and the DOJ and their hard work. We request for you to find Mr. Robert guilty of all the charges he is faced with, and to keep his intentions and actions in mind for his sentencing. Thank you.
If you don't have it, good to try and mention he's been cleaned since the incident in terms of charges.
Dear people of the court, Your Honor, Mr. Robert, as we established, was and is a troubled man. But he is not guilty of 2 counts of drug trafficking as established in the penal code. The prosecution's evidence has fallen short of providing beyond reasonable doubt that all the elements of drug trafficking have been made out for both incidents. We highlight for such a high-profile case, for such burdensome accusations, there are no recordings of any of the alleged statements of Mr. Robert as reported by Trooper Snow and Matt Rhodes in the deposition and reports. The prosecution has failed to explain such shortfall when they are arguing about a pattern of behavior and the conduct of the defendant. For drug trafficking to be made out, the prosecution must demonstrate beyond reasonable doubt that Mr. Roberts, at the time of the alleged offense, was committing felony with intent to distribute and a pattern of behavior by 3 or more probable events. With respect to the 3rd of March incident, Mr. Roberts had 27 bags of methamphetamine. However, there is no indication in the facts surrounding the circumstances around the discovery of said meth that would support his intent to distribute. He was in a Sanchez around the vault. There were no calls of suspicious activity or any other indications of Mr. Roberts selling methamphetamine in the area to suggest that that was occurring. With respect to the alternative pattern of behavior for the intent to distribute, Mr. Roberts only had $2,269, which is barely enough to buy 2 bento boxes. He did not have high-grade weaponry, and he did not have other paraphernalia on himself that would assist in the court to infer that he intended to distribute methamphetamine. With respect to the 6th of March incident, we submit to the court that Mr. Roberts did not have large quantity of methamphetamine in his possession. At the time of his arrest, he had 13 bags, which is a misdemeanor amount. It was for personal use. There is nothing in the facts to indicate the circumstances surrounding the discovery or the pattern of behavior to support the intent to distribute. There was no large sums of money, no high-grade weaponry. In fact, he did not have a weapon at all, not even a hammer. There was no other paraphernalia either found on himself or his property. And as such, we submit that the intent to distribute for both incidents has not been made out. We submit that at most, Mr. Robert is guilty of being a drug distributor. From time to time, he will sell some drugs, but not in felony amounts with intent to distribute. He has been clean for the last 30 days nearly, and he has worked in improving himself and his problems with drugs. We are also concerned with the issue of double jeopardy. If we were to accept the prosecution's approach to the pattern of behavior, any further felony possessions would immediately, even misdemeanor possessions as it is with the 6th of March incident, would result in a further allegation of trafficking without meeting the burden and the requirements under the law. And it would subject Mr. Roberts to heightened punishment for previous conduct for which he has paid time and fine. We believe this is contrary to the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution and case law titled Appeal Patricia Mayonnaise. With respect to sentencing, the proposed sentencing we submit, it is beyond
He just needs to rehab.
previous practices by the DOJ in many other instances. We have reviewed the docket, and there are numerous instances of people committing drug trafficking and receiving far more lenient sentencing than what is being asked today of this court. We have people with 3 drug trafficking counts, and on the 3rd count receiving 3 years, 22 years parole, and a $500,000 fine, 200 of which was suspended subject to parole violations in the case of Alex Fibla. We have other cases like Eugene Zuckerberg in the People v. Wayne Briggs with 2 counts of drug trafficking where a meth table was found.
Sorry, I need to ask just for clarification. Where Alex Fibler, was that a plea deal?
I will have to check my records, Yona. I believe it was.
I'll look during deliberation. Go ahead.
In the matter of Eugene Zuckerberg, a meth table was found, scales, 11 batches of pure meth, 160 bags of meth, over 27 kilograms of marijuana in different stages and paraphernalia. He was sentenced to 4 years in prison, 12 years parole, and $400,000 fine. Wayne Briggs, he was found with a meth table, 9 batches of pure meth, scales, meth bags, over 30 kilograms of marijuana in different stages and paraphernalia, and he was sentenced to 3 years in prison, 20 years parole, $600,000 fine plus $200,000 extra if parole was violated. We can continue on, but there is a pattern where what the prosecution is asking is beyond what is being practiced, and is unfair and unjust to seek such a burdensome sentencing and fines for my client. And in general, it would go against the scales of justice to impose such a draconian punishment in the event that he were to be found guilty. We suggest that the court consider alternatives, including rehabilitation programs for drug problem, as well as parole program to reintegrate him into society as part of a consideration for his punishment in the event that he is found guilty of either or both charges.
Yeah, he did really good.
And a far more lenient
happy with him.
sentencing. We would like to also highlight that he's been clean for nearly 30 days with no possessions and other drug offenses, as well as any other offenses in general as far as we're aware. And he's making efforts to turn his life around, and the court should consider that in their deliberations. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank y'all for your time, testimony, evidence, etc. Time.
That was good.
I will now retire to chambers to deliberate. This may take a bit. There's like a number of instances to go over here, a bunch of evidence. So I will issue, let's say, like a 5-minute warning when I'm getting close. Mr. Robert, due to your previous issues with fleeing from judgment of this court, you will remain shackled while I deliberate. Thank you.
Damn. Yeah, he murdered. He killed that shit, dog.
Yeah, that was nutty. That was actually insane.
Hey, I just want to say you did a really good job on this case, and I want to thank you. I've been happy with your work, both of you.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's mainly, trust me, I'm not taking any credit. Deckard's the one who's been running this. He's done a really good job.
I've tried, but you know.
Especially for
I
this
wish you
being
the best with
your
the
first
outcome.
case, man. I mean, you're the best lawyer I've ever had to represent me, actually.
Yeah, don't expect this level of outcome in the future, because after this, I hope you change your life around, mate. Because if you're not guilty of this, it's the closest call you'll ever have, and a wake-up call it should be.
They're going to be coming for you if you get guilty.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're gonna be
Oh, yeah.
pissed. I mean, they're gonna find you guilty of all the possessions and all that kind of reckless evading, etc. Like, but
And if I get
it's
fucked here,
better to,
you know, I don't think like hard on yourself that you did a bad job or anything. This is a tough case.
I mean, it is a tough case. It is the best I could do, or we could do rather, with what we had. And you know, it comes down to the judge, really.
Yep.
That was really good. It was a slam dunk. But yeah,
I mean, I think it was a bit weak under felony with intent to distribute. I hope Judge Crane appreciates the detail there. I'm forcing him to rule a little bit on that and on the double jeopardy and whatnot.
Yeah, we made him think.
Yeah,
Also, the
and that's
fact
all we
of
can really do.
Wayne Briggs and them getting under 10 years for having a meth table and being a distributor, which is quite clear from the stuff. And then he's just found with baggies on a couple of different situations.
Yeah, that
Getting
closing
25 years
statement was
versus
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
Puts it into context what we're talking about. And apologies if you take offense to, you know, having a drug problem, etc. It makes you more sympathetic to the court.
I mean, I do have a drug problem.
True. But, you know, it's on the record now too.
Not the worst thing ever on record.
True. You know, we did suggest rehab programs and parole program and whatnot. But hopefully you can, you know, maintain your clean record, go through the expungement process and, you know, turn your life around.
And the expungement is probably what I really need to do. That would make everything a lot more simple.
I mean, even if you get an expungement, you know, you should not come back to drugs.
No, but you will be, ironically, at the end of this, it's not like you can have a murder charge or anything, so you're actually eligible for it, which is scary.
Yeah, I mean, 30 days, so that'll be basically after the 6th or the 7th, because it doesn't go by the sentencing. It goes by the date of the offense, isn't it?
I'm not too sure. I think it'd go by sentencing, but you could argue that in a court of law, to be honest, or with a judge.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's been a long time.
I mean, if you do get sent to jail or whatever, you know, they probably will make you wait the parole period, and then you can do your 2 weeks.
So with big felonies like this, how long is the wait?
30 days before you can start it. So 30 days clean, then they'll have a hearing where you want to get clean, etc. And then after that 2 weeks on the program where you need to be clean, and then you pay the money and they clean your record up.
I see. So pretty much a month from now, I can look at probably going 2 weeks, and then I'd be good.
Depends. I think they will consider if you're on parole, it might start after the parole period. But given the fact that, you know, 30 days leading up to sentencing, you were clean, you've then done extensive parole, still clean, they would be willing to put you in the program almost in, you know, relatively quickly after that, within 2 weeks, I would say.
Yeah, I think that's a really
Once
fair
you-
point. So I'd probably come to
it
you
wouldn't
guys
be
for that.
immediately after. They wouldn't want to do it immediately after parole finishes, because parole obviously comes with conditions and punishments. So it needs to be out of your own free will and volition, I would think, before they would. consider it 2-3 weeks of
I
being
mean,
clean without
it's going to
incentives.
cost a lot of money, so I'm going to have to do a lot of dodo.
Oh, you're lucky. Imagine if they called
Yeah,
So-
Dodo, sanitation.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about the time, you know. It's going to be a while before I rack up that much to actually
Start a business in
do
farmers
that.
market. Plenty money in business.
Oh, hey.
What's the move, boys?
Hello.
What's the
Hey,
move, Temple?
titties.
What's going on?
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We've done what we can. I think.
I love that you brought up CG members getting fucked for it.
Look, I just wanted to say you guys did a great job, and your closing statement was I couldn't have put it I couldn't have imagined it being put better than that. You did a
Yeah, it was
spectacular
really,
job,
really good.
and
Yeah.
no matter what
You nailed
happens, you guys did great. Okay, thank you. Thank you for helping my friend.
That's all we can do. Zealously advocate for Mr. Robert, and where it comes, it comes. And I hope, Sammy, that you don't let him astray, whatever the outcome.
Oh yeah, no,
And
no way.
he's in the righteous path.
Sorry, I wasn't
here for the full thing.
We'll get him
Dodo.
rehabilitated.
It's all right. Your name got brought up at
functioning
the
with
beginning
society.
Oh.
about the
Start a
bike.
business.
Yeah, probably don't want to let them know that Frankie's here.
Yeah, you might
Oh,
want
they'll
to.
know. They know that I'm here because Nova knows who
Oh,
she wants
okay.
to fuck. She wants to fuck me.
Like actually, or
no,
in the
like
law
actually wants.
wise.
No. She actually wants to have
Like Scissor
sex.
Sisters?
Yeah, she wants to be my scissor sister.
Oh,
I like that
okay.
band.
Me too.
That's Twisted Sister.
Okay.
Dang.
Right, so
That's Scissor
what,
Yeah,
they're
it's
gonna
pretty
try and
crazy.
take
They're
it
trying to
off of me?
push 1.2 mil on someone for.
What'd you say?
Bags on
Are they gonna try and take the bike from me?
No, I don't think so.
And cured batches.
Just don't bring it up. Probably don't drive it for a while.
Oh, I just bought a gargoyle, so I'm good.
Oh, you got the gargoyle?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Fuck. Right, I'm gonna go back here.
That sounds like a murder.
Oh, you should know. Nova was bragging about this
Yeah,
case
man,
for
this
a
is a
long
murder
time
case.
before it even happened. She was so giddy to tell me the news about what's happening to you. She told me on 2 separate occasions.
Lovely.
You know?
She forgot half the incident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she was involved in.
And she told me in the courthouse, like, he's gonna be the first one to face $1 million in charges. Then a few days later, she's like, oh, did you hear about Jason? I'm like, what? She's like, 2 million. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I don't think it'll be 2
Wayne
million.
Briggs was the first one to 1 million being levied on his thing. Then there was some other guy that they wanted 30 years, 60 years parole, and can't remember.
Yeah.
It was an obscene amount of money too, but that got dismissed.
I mean, at what point is it just like, is it just too much? Like, is it just ridiculous? Like, how could they ever expect him to actually
It needs to
repay
be a
that?
disincentive,
Yeah.
Sammy. It needs to, you shouldn't have an incentive to sell drugs, make drugs, or make money.
Yeah, he's probably not
from
whispering.
drugs. So that's why the punishment it's severe.
Yeah. That's so crazy. I mean, here you are. You could rob these. You can rob institution after institution, lay waste to the police force in violent, horrible ways, and they won't seize your assets. They won't do this kind of treatment to you. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. You get some guys that just you walk out of the apartment. Some guy's like, hey, you want to sell this? Sugar candy, and he's like, oh wow, look at that. Boom. Now you're a drug trafficker.
As a society, we have decided that shooting cops, it's fine. Robbing banks, it's fine. Selling drugs, that's where we draw the line.
Yeah. It's sad because a lot of these poor saps don't even know what they're getting into. It's like entry level shit, just just a little local here, a little this and that, and then boom.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah.
believe the
Now
people
you can
that I've
spread the news
caught.
that it's
and
not a little bit of nothing.
you wouldn't believe some of these people we've found.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
really,
I don't want
but
to get
there's
into
a lot of
details,
them
but
Yeah.
out there.
Which one?
And just out of curiosity,
I mean-
how many baggies in a cure bag?
Red.
32.
Yeah, damn, that shit hurt
thank you.
thighs, dog. That shit all the way up there.
I mean, so here's the thing in terms of what used to happen. I mean, entry level for criminals was robbing houses, robbing stores, that kind of stuff. But I know it all seems to have dried up, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean that is true too. But then again, like you could walk literally outside your apartment and someone would offer you drugs or something. You know what I mean? So
yeah, drugs are so prevalent. Yeah.
They're so prevalent and accessible. Like anyone and their mothers offered drugs.
Yep.
I mean, it's a
hell,
return
you
of
could
investment,
you could
isn't it? Like the upfront cost is low.
I've seen
and
I mean,
you make a lot of money on the
the
other.
barrier of entry is very low.
end.
Exactly. I mean, you could go to a booth, buy some joints, come back later, not being aware of anything, buy some more joints, and then boom, you're felony intent, or you got a felonious amount.
And not only that,
There's a lot of potholes for people in the city getting into just learning the city with drugs.
You can go down to a shop and buy a seed, and boom, you're a drug trafficker.
You could literally buy seeds.
They're just
Why
the
could we?
paraphernalia. You need a bit
No,
more than
no,
a seed. You need
because
then the plant and the dried bud and
that seed can grow
They
like 300
fertilize
grams
that.
of marijuana, and then boom, you're a drug trafficker.
I mean, if you do grow 300 grams of marijuana, sure.
Yeah, from
Why-
one
But
seed.
if you don't,
You can't even legally own plants, so why do they sell seeds anyways?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
don't
like,
ask me.
You can go down to Dean's World and buy a fucking seed, and boom, you're a drug trafficker by the end of the day.
Do it then. That'll be my advice.
Yeah,
And I'm a lawyer.
It's a
But
crazy
if
world.
you do it,
I'm
you
just
know.
trying to say, how easy it is.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. That's what I mean by lowering barrier of entry and a lot of money to be made potentially.
For $1,500, you can be a drug trafficker. A scale and a seed.
Then on the other end, then you get drug trafficking and it takes all that profit away from you. You lose your house, your Sanchez, and you end up with a lot of debt. What did you get out of that money that you were making? And that's what should be considering the cost of operating. How much does it cost you to get caught? It's not just how much does it cost me to run the operation and make money and buy my bento boxes, but if you're gonna lose everything after a while, was it worth it?
Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from.
I mean, just
Got
the
bullied in high
pragmatic in me.
school.
I mean,
Freaking
I'd
bully.
try, not to be in
get
that
those swirlies, they'll
situation.
probably
Like
get
now, I didn't have
PTSD.
any other paraphernalia or anything like that. Last time, I mean,
It did
I wasn't
cross a
even
little
doing
bit
anything
over.
last time. I just happened to get raided.
Yeah,
I mean, how long can they hold previous charges against you for? Because if you got felony with intent to distribute, if he gets found guilty, I mean, I'm guilty of that from 4 months
I've given
ago.
out so much food. I
Does
have
that
one
mean
piece
I
of
could be
cake and that
charged
doesn't need
with
that, to be honest.
drug trafficking anytime they catch catch me with drugs at all? Like that's
It's never really been brought up in terms of double jeopardy on past the limitations. Honestly,
what's the limitation?
it's 60 days.
Okay, so they could never use that charge against me then, is what you're saying?
Not necessarily, because the issue is, and we were
Shows a
speaking
pattern.
to
Scar
Mr.
ages
Robert,
and shit.
it shows
Yeah.
a pattern. So that's the argument for you can use it beyond statutory of
Why the fuck
limitations.
does LA need to scar out?
Because it shows, 6 months ago,
In a
4 months
courtroom.
ago, 2 months ago, now, you've been selling, so you let it cool off and you're selling again and you're selling again. So the system kind of make a pattern. We will see how the judge rules on this matter and get an idea based on that. I might ask him after the court case to give some guidance with respect to that.
I mean, if he's found guilty with all that in mind, then hell, one of you could stick around. I might need to be expunged.
Hello, gentlemen. How you doing?
We did advise Mr. Robert of going with an expungement once he's able.
Yeah.
Do you know what I found?
We should all stand over here just so we don't have people coming in and out, because they weren't like that. Yeah, come to like over here kind of thing.
You know what, guys? I think they should be more focused on not cracking down on the people that are supplying this substance,
Well, you want to pursue the buyers?
Yeah, I think they should crack down on those people that are cooking this shit.
Yeah, the cooks.
Well, they can't catch the cooks, so they get the guys, on the streets and try to paint them as the cooks.
I mean, alternative would be for someone to snitch and say where they're getting it from, or having sloppy texts and bank records.
Oh
that
yeah,
are
definitely.
where
I
the
definitely don't
is.
think they should snitch.
Oh, Judge is
Actual
back.
investigations? I don't know about that.
But that's basically what you're asking.
Yo, where I'm from, everything's settled in a tent,
All right, guys. I love you.
So, Robert?
See
Love
you
you, Dad.
See you in a bit.
07.
Love you, bro.
So, I'm not ready to present a verdict, but I do actually have a question. And Mr. Robert, you didn't give testimony, so you're not going to be compelled to answer this. But based on the closing statements your attorneys made about you being rehabilitated and all that, and how this is due to your drug problem, when I consider sentencing, not necessarily guilt, I need to ask the following. I'm going to preface this with some information so that you have a little more background. When I first moved to this city, I was a paralegal, and I didn't really have much to do in the way of work when there were no attorneys who would take me to cell reps. So I did deliveries, and this is way back before it was even Dodo. This is the old delivery depot. About 9 months ago, one of the first people that I ever did deliveries with and got talking to when I was a hopeful attorney, just a paralegal at the time, was a man named Michael Kowalski. And Michael and I got to talking, and he and I made a connection. And from there, he introduced me to another friend of his named Aaron Alexander, took me down to Broge, had several conversations with a number of these people. So I got one question for you. You can feel free to decline, but gosh, you a member of a criminal street gang, sir?
We have a moment with our client, Your Honor.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be honest. You're here backed by all of them, so I don't see a point in lying.
Me neither.
So the alternative is not to answer, but he might be appreciative of your candor.
I think I'll just say yes. Why not?
I would just preface it with I see them as family, not a gang. But yes, that's that sound.
Yeah, they're friends.
I'd say family.
Yeah.
I'm part of BSK. We the Kings.
No, please don't.
No.
I'll put that tag on you.
Please don't.
Okay.
Yeah, she's acting like this is like
Your Honor, from an outsider's point of view, some may see them as a gang, but I see them as my family.
All right. Thank you for your answer. I'll be back when I'm done deliberating.
I don't know. God damn it.
Okay.
Is that a good answer?
I mean, it's the best we can give.
Yeah. At least he's honest. He sees right through bullshit.
Temple, come here.
Oh yeah, he'd fucking hate that. We'd block the slide.
You fucking tell me we could have a fucking pocket judge.
I think we established that. Yes.
You could have had a job.
Fuck. Why is it not like BSK? That was the question. I mean, if he's friends with MK, why wouldn't he like us?
Because let's be real, nobody likes fucking BSK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of fucking freaks.
MK was very good friends with him, actually. I remember him talking about.
I don't have friends. I got family.
You're not MK.
Did you like the family part though?
Family.
Family.
I did,
Family.
yeah.
I would consider everybody a family more than a
Didn't
gang,
realize
to be
we were
honest.
representing Dom Toretto.
I'd like to call the next witness to stand, Don Toretto.
That would be a spectacle.
Yeah.
I mean, my idea was
I'll give
saying,
That's a good job. I'm right here.
yeah, I'm BSK with the
Oh my God.
Kings, but I don't think that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure you will get the right response.
I mean, in the
from that.
nicest possible way, Michael Kowalski and Avengers Alexander, whatever his name is, they That they're not even a part of, you know what I mean? They're not even here, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I think up until MK, ethered himself.
Don't nudge her off, Frankie, whatever you do.
He was friends with
What is she
Crane.
doing?
What's Frankie doing?
Oh my god.
Okay.
What is she doing?
I was gonna contempt the court later.
Yeah, I know.
Where'd she
Could
go?
you could you advise her to come back?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, she's gonna fuck the whole court thing up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, just tell her. No, but I mean, we have to understand the pettiness is gonna be. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
This is still a serious court thing.
No what? There's no look. She's sitting down there for me.
Just a dog or something.
Yeah, the
Oh.
dog is there. Plus,
Yeah, but I mean, it's still, you know what I mean? Still.
I don't think dogs should be on the table.
Definitely not. Probably be shitting all over the table.
But she's a cop. Who cares?
Yeah,
she does what
Running
she
around with the
wants.
scar in the courtroom.
I thought you were talking about the dog. The dog is actually technically a cop as well.
Yeah, ride or die, remember?
Yeah, you know, if you like actually kill one of their dogs, it's murder.
Yeah, it's murder.
I
If you
would
try
say-
to kill, it's attempted murder of a government employee.
Yeah, cop
Yeah, but
can't
if it
sit up on
actually
that.
dies, it is actually murder.
Yeah, it's an LEO.
That's fucking wild.
What's the charges for that?
Same thing.
Murder on the LEO.
Yep.
Yeah, but like,
Guys,
what do you face for that?
You get the human murder charge against a police officer.
It's very serious.
The other thing you've got to remember as well is depending on who has the animal, so the dog, it's the same in rank, or is it one higher than the actual officer?
Guys, I've got something to say right now.
Okay.
Money will come and go. We all know that. The most important thing is life will always be the people in this room. Right here, right now.
Family.
Family.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
They couldn't even say it with a straight voice.
It wasn't so well too. I was buying it. You almost had me.
Jason.
Yeah.
Here we go.
This ain't about time. It's just about being fast.
Well, good thing I got a shafter.
Hell yeah, dog.
Mine
That
now,
for
no?
log.
Oh yeah, not anymore.
Well, you know what? I'm a boy who appreciates a good body, regardless of the make.
Do you know what I think they actually thought that
He
my
just
car was
quoted
out there to get you out of here?
What'd you say?
Because they impounded my car, and obviously I think it was like the fastest car that was out there. And I think they impounded it because it was red for a start, and the fact that
No, they impounded it because
you
it
know.
was facing the wrong way.
I don't know, man. Like, why would they just fucking drive past and do
Because
that?
you were living at half a
You know-
mile at
you
a
know
time.
why,
You should have lived
Frankie?
at a quarter.
You know why, Frankie? The only thing that matters who is behind the wheel.
Bro.
And the cunt was fucking behind the wheel.
That's the problem.
So, Jason, if you go away, what do you want? What do you want me to bring you? Fish?
Some fish, yeah. Maybe some.
What else? Anything
seed-
else?
Seeds, maybe.
I'll bring you dirty magazines.
Yep.
Watering
Water,
glass?
watermelon would be the best,
Watering-
probably.
Sammy.
Yeah?
I have faith in you. But this isn't a junkyard, it's a garage.
I fucking hate how you're still quoting it.
Yeah.
You think you can bring me an AK?
Yeah, sure. Throw it out the fence.
Drop that in.
Yeah, why not?
Don't do it.
We'll just
Fill out the
grappling hook
parole.
inside.
We're just kidding.
Look, guys,
It's just a prank.
just remember that life's simple. Make choices and you just don't look back.
Thank you.
So we should do it.
Like the exhaust in a motorcycle as you're riding through
Yeah.
the desert.
Well, you know this ain't no 10-second race.
Okay.
Okay.
Were you gonna say more? Or-
Yeah, just reading. He's just reading quotes as he
He's
goes.
just reading
like-
quote.
Nah. You
He's
break
looking
a
at
heart.
IMDb.
Better quote.
You break a heart, I'll break your neck.
That's not a bad one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, does anyone know who that is in the back bench?
Next line, please.
Jason.
He kind of looks like Snoop Dogg.
You want a piece of ass? Go to Hollywood Boulevard. You want an adrenaline rush? That'll be too large.
Jason, one thing that I've learned over my time.
All right.
Okay.
Is,
Shut the fuck
is,
up.
Yeah.
is I choose my own
he learned
fate.
something.
For family.
Alrighty,
don't
I'll make sure to do that in the future.
Remember, there's one man once told me, I don't feel like I'm under arrest. And if you don't feel like it, that's all that matters.
Just a fabrication of your imagination.
You're
Life
saying I
is
can
what you
walk
make
right
of
out
it.
of here if I feel like it.
No, don't, man. It'll just make it worse, bro.
Well, he's chained to the
Yeah,
table.
I'm chained to the
Make
table,
sure-
so someone
oh,
would
you
have
really-
to help
Yeah,
me
they
out
chained
with that.
So here's the thing, right? If they actually do hit you, charged you guilty or whatever, fuck, make sure you yell when you say it's like, I don't feel like I'm under arrest. Please fucking do that.
It's okay.
You know what they're gonna do, right? They cuff him and make sure he knows he's under arrest.
So
Any
I
scoot,
feel like I'm
any
under arrest.
twitching?
Well, they didn't even have fucking normal cuffs. They literally just got a couple of slinkies and attached it around his
I know.
leg.
So the plastic slinky.
So
That's metal one.
I've
It's
got
fucking hard.
I've got the muscle car out front. Don't worry.
Yeah, but we need the bolt cutters.
You definitely don't.
Or
have
you got to
to
get the key from Nova.
You have a 9-second car.
Not sure how you're gonna get bolt cutters through that.
We
Well,
have a Nicholas Cage.
The only way
for
you're
God
gonna
in
get
60
them
seconds.
through there is if you're living life at a quarter mile at a time. You know. You just gotta believe in yourself.
Ah, you're burning it, dog. You're like,
I'm already tricked out.
It's like the second
And
time.
that's the beauty of it. I'll just keep going.
It's the same quotes over and over.
You should just half it each time. So next
He's
time
like a
you
doll.
aim
He
for
just
the
keeps
mile.
saying the same.
Dog.
He's like
Well,
a
you
doll.
know-
He just keeps saying the same.
He
Well,
hasn't
guys-
even said like my favorite fucking quote from it.
Yeah, well, you know
What's
what
your
the,
favorite
you know what
one?
the problem is, guys. I don't have friends.
oh, here we go.
I have a family.
All right, all
Shut
right.
the fuck
shut
up,
up.
man.
Yeah, Jason, I
You're
like
killing
it.
it.
I've only just fucking woke up and I've heard this about 10 times, man.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The last defense was that you pretty much Vin Diesel the whole courtroom.
Yeah, family. You know.
I don't consider them a gang.
Family.
I consider
What-
them family.
What were you saying, Tim? What was your spirit?
I was just saying it's doesn't matter if you win by a meter or a mile. Winning's winning.
Oh my god, man. I'm fucking going to stand down next to the horse, man.
That's the low one?
One second, let me get some different.
That's my
quotes.
favorite.
Hi, guys.
That's
I will
after
not
he's
buy
like,
a line when I get
dude,
my
I
business
almost
card.
had you. And he's like, you never had me. You never had your car.
I can't listen to this. Rubbish.
God damn it.
Isn't that like from the first movie?
Yeah, the first one, the best one.
You're crazy,
Wait, you
Jack.
don't like-
That's what everyone says. But with all due respect, miss. Oh no, wrong movie. Never mind.
Oh, hello.
That's Titanic.
I'm gonna let you try that one more time.
I thought you were about to say, with all due respect, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. You're really going back if that was the
totally.
case.
Are you saying Tokyo Drift isn't your favorite?
Just gonna be.
Ah, the first one was better than Tokyo Drift.
Jason, I've got something I want to say to you before you send away.
All right.
Is it the same quote?
Yeah, it's probably the best.
You know what? You're supposed to be the soldier who never blows his composure. Even though you hold the weight of the whole world on your shoulders, you ain't never supposed to show it.
Did you go in a bit? Oh, no.
This crew ain't
Well, they ain't
supposed to know it.
Yeah.
But even if it means going toe to toe with the Benji, no, it doesn't matter. I know you'd never drag us into battles that you can't handle, unless you absolutely have to.
You're supposed to set an example.
Because you're supposed to set an
Oh,
example.
that happens. Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to be the leader. And the crew looks at me to guide them.
Yeah, on a text message. That's
If I ever
Might
just
be
got
ready.
some shit to pop off, and I'm
Oh, there he
supposed to
is.
be beside them.
Thank you, like Toy Soldier.
We take a seat.
probably my family. Thank you.
I've looked over all of the evidence thoroughly, testimony, statements. I want to thank everyone for their comments here in court today. I'm going to touch on a number of subjects here as I go through my reasoning on this. So just to start, I don't think there is much argument in mind there is much argument to be had regarding the lesser charges. I don't think there is a solid argument that Mr. Robert is, in any way, shape, or form, there's any reasonable doubt regarding his guilt when it comes to the resisting arrest charges, the reckless evading, the possession charges, vehicle registration fraud. I mean, the fake plates are clearly documented on what at the time was his Sanchez. That is the operation of an off-road vehicle in city limits. There is some discussion about whether operation constitutes sitting on it or moving, but I mean, I'll get into that. But it's my belief that the underlying charges I'll be finding you guilty on. Which takes us to the 2 times drug trafficking. So there are 2 instances being alleged here. Both of these rely on your previous 3 convictions for sale of drugs, felony possession, intent to distribute, and drug trafficking. So as defense counsel and prosecution have pointed out, this would be the pattern or history of 3 or more previous instances that they believe would satisfy the first prong of the drug trafficking statute. So it all comes down, as defense counsel has stated, to whether or not I believe that in each of these 2 instances, the prosecution have proved beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty of felony possession with intent to distribute. So let's go with the first instance when we're talking about, and I'll bring everything up just for reference. So the first instance they're alleging is March 3rd, 2022, incident number 38502. This is the instance where you were seen at the vault on the Sanchez. Traffic stop ensued. You were attempted to be pulled over. You fled. There was a then interference vehicle that arrived on scene. There was a pursuit with that interference vehicle, which resulted in an officer-involved shooting. My perspective on that refer to the fact that he doesn't believe your Desert Eagle constitutes high-powered firearms or weaponry. He also believes that you had a low amount of cash and that the presence of the dirty money that you did have on you should not constitute the circumstances related to felony possession and intent to distribute. And all of this is his argument on your behalf that this doesn't constitute the intent to distribute under the general circumstances. My problem with this is there's kind of a duality here, where on the one hand you're telling me that due to these circumstances I shouldn't consider it felony possession intent to distribute, but then on the other hand you're telling me I should go easy on your client because he has a drug problem and he's not a drug kingpin, but he just sells drugs. So if your argument to me is that he just sells drugs, but that I shouldn't consider this intent to distribute, it seems a little contradictory. Now, on top of that, as I asked Mr. Robert here, and I want to be very clear for this court, I don't have any biases against gangs. In fact, I freely associate with people and speak with them regardless of their affiliations. In fact, I'm quite fond of some gang members. I don't judge you morally for the people you choose to hang out with. But in terms of sort of, the legal issue here, you've got 2 people who are openly associated with the gang you're saying that you consider family, interfering with a traffic stop in which you're found with a felony amount of meth. On top of this, there's this discussion about the fact that you, after these incidents and after getting raided way back when I dealt with you in your first case and all that meth was found in your home, which was seized, now all of a sudden you're freely granting raids, giving consent, and knowing there's nothing in your properties. So I'm a little concerned here. I feel like there's some duality going on. in the pure sense of the law, do I think there's enough here for felony possession with intent to distribute? Yes. On the first count of drug trafficking, I'm going to be finding you guilty. So let's move to the second one.
Rip.
All right, so the second instance is the one in question with the pursuit with Air One. Collins gave testimony, so did Bobby Russell. My issue here kind of comes down to the same duality, where I understand that you need to advance the best legal strategy you can, but I'm still struck by the idea that somehow I'm supposed to accept the assertion that you're not a drug kingpin, you're just a distributor, while also looking at this and saying, well, because he had 13 bags of meth, it's not felony amount. I don't think that there's a reasonable doubt in PD losing sight of the individual for, let's say, 30 seconds collectively, even a minute collectively, even 2 minutes, and thus that somehow invalidates the history of you being caught in the same exact area selling meth with the same sort of vehicle. Well, I don't take Trooper Schnoze's word as gospel. I'm also struck by kind of a reality here where there's a pattern going on. You do distribute drugs, you do sell meth in this area in Orchardville. You do own that Sanchez. It was found to be yours once the fake plate was stripped off. So do I think that there's enough doubt instilled here into whether you were the same person who was seen doing the handoffs in Orchardville? No, I think you were that person. I think that's been pretty clearly shown here. The real question is, do I think that because ultimately you were seen making 3 handoffs, one of which was pictured, and you were only found with 13 bags of meth, that invalidates felony possession of intent to distribute? It's a tough one. I've dealt with sale of drugs cases. I had a guy named Blaine Burke in court where he claimed he was handing off PSP games and selling off his laser discs and plushies, and found with drugs, even though he was found with thousands of dollars in cash and dirty money and all that, should make him not guilty of sale of drug. If that was the case, then we'd simply enter a world where anyone who wanted to avoid punishment for selling drugs would just go out and with like 6 bags of meth on them at a time and sell the drugs, and then go deposit the money and rinse repeat. And although it would take a little bit longer, you'd consider yourself immune from prosecution, because as long as you made the handoff, you wouldn't have the drugs on you. This same kind of logic comes in here, where you're telling me, you're freely sort of admitting through your attorneys and your legal strategy that yes, you do sell drugs and you do have a problem, and that you were found with 13 bags of meth, but that's a misdemeanor amount. The problem is even if you're only handing off 1 bag of meth in those handoffs, as you admitted through your attorneys to, being a drug distributor, if those 3 handoffs occurred as were alleged, then you would have had a minimum of 16 bags on you, which is a felony amount. So I'm just struck here by the duality of purpose and the nature of everything. My conclusion is that there is enough constructive proof here to find you guilty of felony possession intent to distribute in this instance, and drug trafficking as a result. Now I'm going to go into sentencing. I don't believe that the prosecution's ask is necessarily appropriate here. I also don't believe that your defense counsel's assertions are appropriate either regarding the sentencing for Fibbler, Zuckerberg, and Biggs. The reason being, those were all plea deals. Those people freely admitted their guilt. They took responsibility for what they had done. They did not, force a course proceeding. And in fact, those people freely gave up, some properties, sacrificed things. In your case, I don't blame you for taking things to court. I'm going to rule whichever way I'm going to rule, regardless of the actions you choose to take. That's your right, your decisions. What I will say is the following. I think these are both cases of what I would call technical drug trafficking. What that means is do I believe you're a kingpin? No, I believe you're a distributor. I believe your attorneys when they argue on your behalf and say you're not, out here with giant pillows of meth and, tables and all this. I get that. I believe that you're a distributor. I believe that, frankly, you're probably selling meth for your family. And I believe that at the end of the day, you qualify for drug trafficking convictions. But in terms of the spirit and intent of the law, I don't see you as someone deserving of like the highest punishment I can give. So as a result, I'm going to be finding you, as I said, guilty of the 2 times drug trafficking, all the charges against you. The sentencing will be as follows. As you have a previous drug trafficking conviction, the mandatory minimums state that your second drug trafficking would be 6 years minimum and your third would be 9 years. So the minimum would be 15 years incarceration. I'm going to be giving you the minimum. The reason is that I believe this is technical drug trafficking. I believe that, you are establishing a period and pattern of behavior that shows a disregard for the consequences. And as was designed with these minimums, the consequences will stack against you as you continue to engage in this behavior. I think 15 years is a very long time. There are murderers that get, 12 years, 15 years. There are terrorists that get 12 years, 15 years. I think 15 years is a very long time. So I'm going to be giving you 15 years, and accordingly, it'll be 30 years of parole afterwards. Now, following this, we come to the financial impediment here. Prosecution's asking for $2.1 million. I think this is an exceedingly high amount. It is meant to deter you from ever doing this again. I understand their perspective. I don't fully agree with the amount. I'm going to sentence you to a fine of $1.5 million. That is the ruling of this court. Thank you.
Holy.
All right. All right, Jason. You wanna?
Yes, mate. Sorry about the outcome.
And she's so happy to do it.
I'll
It's
bring
a
you
hot thing.
fish.
She's so proud.
What'd you say?
Take care of yourself. Sorry about the outcome.
Yeah, it's all right.
Man, you really
Don't
just
feel
want
bad.
this guy to not wake up ever again, huh? 1.5 mil? Damn, that's crazy.
Jason.
Thank you for your help.
Jason.
Take care. Don't do it again.
Mono
Nova. Nova.
I'm coughing from the table as well.
Yeah.
It's feeding time.
Alright,
Can you undo these
I'll bring you
chains on my
fish.
ankles?
You being the DOC will uncuff you when you're going out.
Are you gonna give him the key?
Wait, can I give him a hug, please?
You can all come and give him a hug. Yeah, I'll give you that respect.
Appreciate it.
Jason, it was nice knowing you.
Love you, bro. I'll come and visit you.
Randy.
Tried our best.
Stay strong, alright?
Yeah.
Be alright, Jason.
Great after as well.
Get out of it.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
It's unfortunate. Never want you to wake up ever again. It's very unfortunate.
Confirmed that he had seen 3.
How's he supposed to reform?
Excuse you.
He's not 1.5 mil. That's fucking great.
Excuse you.
We'll be waiting, brother. We're
No,
always
the
around.
gentleman yelling
We'll
about
never leave
waking
anyone.
up ever again.
Take it easy, brother.
Oh man, you too.
What up?
I will miss you.
Are you gonna visit me though?
I'm gonna bring you some
You guys
fish.
know I have a painting? Yeah, I got a painting. That's me over there in that painting, up in the air.
Is that actually?
Yeah.
I can't show on the flip side, brother.
Like, man.
Alright, man. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Dabby.
That's what I saw.
Hey, Ziggy.
Hello.
Good shit, dog. See you later, alright?
See you, man.
Okay. All right. I believe.
Jason.
Yes.
What we have to remember.
All right. All right.
Money will come and go. We all know that.
That's good.
The most important thing in life
Good. Hey.
will
you know,
always be the
that's-
people
that's
in
what I
this
like to
room.
hear. That's what my job is
Right
about.
here,
Except that one.
right now.
Not that person.
Ask any racer,
You don't have to do that.
any
Sorry,
real
it's
racer.
fire.
Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
Okay. Well,
Because Jason,
all right. You don't have to do that.
winning is winning.
All right. So you. All right.
You know what? You're right.
You know what?
Sure. Yeah.
We don't have friends.
Oh wait.
We have family.
Yep, we're family, man.
Nova, I think you should take something from this. Maybe this is something you should start doing too. Because I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Oh my god, just let him go to jail, man. Jesus.
Because nothing else matters. For those 10 seconds or less, I'm free.
He's tripled down at this point.
All right. Well, everyone has their own life choices to make, sir. Okay.
I'll leave on this last message. Ride or die, remember?
Yep. All right. Okay, Jason. DOC is going to be here, so it's going to be 15 years and 30 years parole. Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
All right, Jason. I'll let DOC know you're coming. All right.
All right.
Lewis, can you just make sure everything's been seized off him? I've got everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, make sure you take everything.
Yeah. No, pretty much.
Like everything.
Make sure.
Give it.
Yeah.
Give it
he's
1
got
second
nothing
before
on.
you send him off for a second.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I think y'all had an impossible task and you did it with grace. You did a very good job. So don't, take it harshly the way the verdict came.
There's going to be a transport to the prison for him. So.
A transport? Okay.
Yeah, don't send him off roads. Just getting it organised now.
I'm gonna go
Alright,
switch
okay.
up to a Mark's car.
All right, no worries.
All right. Okay, Jason. So you're going to be slinking for the minute until we're ready to move you, okay? All right?
Alrighty.
All right.
Just remember, Jason, this is no 10-second race, okay?
Yeah, it's 40
Oh.
seconds.
I'm so sorry, dog.
Yeah, it's alright. I'll
That's why I'm
recover.
never touching that shit ever.
It's only
I don't know.
1.5 and 15 years. Like, it's better than the plea deal.
Yeah, well, sometimes the locals don't even take the handoff. It's kind of a.
Well, the thing is, I literally only had 14 bags.
Yeah,
And I
no,
literally
yeah,
only
it's
did
just not
one
gonna work
handoff.
for us.
I think
You-
sometimes, Jason.
That's the thing. You could have had 14 bags, and then like 2 handoffs could have just been, busts. You know what I'm
But
saying?
it wasn't even that, though. That's the thing.
You know, when we get out of here,
So, like, they just are misrecalling the multiple handoffs thing.
if you show me how you drive, it'll show me who you are.
I can't. Yeah. I mean, I'll try.
What a dumbass.
I'll try and show you how I drive.
And just remember to tell them that you don't feel like you're under arrest.
I mean, I really don't. Apparently, I'm going to be taken by the PD instead of the DOC.
Alex, I want to say something. You look great today, by the way.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, let's boys come inside for a sec. Yeah.
if that dog bites me,
2 seconds,
it'll
please.
get confused with a
I
bullet.
mean, the whole thing with the people that shot the cops in that situation were from that, family that he alleged to. It's
That's good. That's good. We're getting
Problem with that one,
it's very
I think
difficult.
there was
terrorism
enough
cases,
presentation
terrorism
from the
cases up on
prosecution.
Oh, yeah.
docket.
I mean, it is what it is, boys.
From the
Hopefully in a
reports
couple
and the
hours.
testimony,
And man, I
they didn't do
now I'm a little
any
tired.
linking, so
I had to do a bunch
We're going to have a lot of prison RP going. I already got plans for prison anyway.
We also decided lying.
Gonna make a lot of drugs in prison. I'll tell you what.
We're just waiting to get things up on the docket.
There's a reason why I gave him the minimal time.
Of course, I'm not doing it. That's what I'm paying
I truly
Alexander
feel
to
this
do
is
it for a
technical
bit.
drug trafficking, but as First will tell you, there's a reason why we instituted mandatory minimums. It was because if people continue to do the same action over and over, and there's no
I'm gonna pay. I haven't
escalating
had her do it yet. I'm
consequence,
gonna
then
pay
it
her when
simply becomes
in a
a
couple hours
cost-benefit
when we
equation
do
of do I make more money selling meth than the minimum time that I can get by pleading guilty in a plea deal? And if the
when
answer
are
is
you
yes,
gonna make
I'm
a
just gonna
payment,
continue to
Nova?
sell meth till
I appreciate everybody who's tuned in first time viewers and
Just pointing it out that
you know, just everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day. You know, no hard feelings, boys. Doesn't matter if we won or lost. It really doesn't.
It was a plea deal. It was a sentencing hearing that occurred.
Oh,
So
okay.
Biggs and
I'm on Freak.
Zuckerberg showed up and said, "We just want to be done with this."
You need food or anything? You good?
Which they were granted.
Nah, I think I'm alright.
Yo, this is fucking ruthless, dog. I only known you a short minute, but holy fuck, what a way to end a relationship.
Yeah. You know, when you're wearing that, you kind of look like someone I know named Dino.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the middle of your trial, I had to go take care of some business real quick. This is my business attire.
And First is really good to help you with that because he's defended a lot of guilty people.
It's all
Well,
about making sure that
I'll tell Med you said hi. Frankie.
He's dead. He died.
What? What do you mean he's dead?
Yeah. Yeah, he's dead.
Like dead?
I went
dead?
to visit. Yeah, I went to visit him one day and he's dead.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell,
Yeah.
man?
I don't know. It's fucked up.
Do you know what happened?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, I'll try and find out.
Thank you. I'll come and visit you every single day that I'm awake.
Alright. I appreciate it. I'm
Hell
gonna get
yeah.
bored in there for 15 fucking years.
Oh,
This is 3
yeah.
times longer than my last one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
need some
fucking
fucking good behavior.
honest. No, you
No,
don't
you
get time
can't.
off.
It's you gotta
don't
sit the
get
whole
it's
full
literally-
sentence.
Yeah.
Fuck
You've
that.
If
yeah.
you go in for
Yeah.
a year or more, you can't get good behavior.
Yeah, no, you
If
don't.
you guys,
It's
if you guys need anything,
Since when was a fucking judge allowed to carry a gun in his back? Fuck me.
But if you need anything in the future, Decker,
Um,
with cases,
That's because
you
of
need to,
legal
try to
class
get a
2's coming
senior
soon.
sample's not available, or you just need.
Yeah, but they're
questions or
not
anything,
fucking now, are they?
You can just feel free to email me. I might not
I
always
mean-
be around the
That's
city at the
like a
same time
teaser
as
for
you.
everybody.
In
That's what you
fact,
gotta look
it's
for.
not very likely that I will.
Yeah, we
be.
didn't get 60 days,
It's
so
kinda
it's
just a
good.
special, thing I do on the weekends where I take some sort of Australian hours cases and such.
We didn't even get 30,
So
which is
Just
what they
nothing
wanted.
we can
reach
take away
out,
from
okay?
this. Just remember.
All right.
The judge said if he's only doing 6 bags at a time.
Oh, fuck that.
Well, it doesn't matter because they
it
can.
does,
So see, the
I
thing
still
is,
know.
Carlson,
Goodbye,
good job.
even if you have 6
Take care.
bags, they can just say that you
Why ain't you
did
got a
9
fucking suit
handoffs,
jacket on?
and it doesn't
You're
matter
supposed to
because
be
it's
an
what they
attorney.
said.
Where's your suit jacket?
That's exactly what just happened. Is
I
like
take it off for the case.
they said I did multiple handoffs, even though I didn't. So I got found guilty. So it doesn't matter how many you have. Is the thing to take away from that?
Yeah,
Is the thing to take away for that is just don't fucking do it.
Yep, because the officers can
honestly,
just say, "Yeah, I think he
just
did
literally
multiple
change your
handoffs,"
life.
and then that automatically means he did. So
And they're gonna consider technical drug distribution as well. Like if you're just having 13 on you, sort of thing. It's one of the considerations that he had. It would be a loophole, and they don't appreciate loopholes like that. So don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, the best thing to do is just don't do it, honestly.
Yep.
It's literally no worth
Clean
it.
up. And I think, the 30 years parole and the prison, use that time wisely. Maybe think of a business opportunity, grow your family. Business makes good money here. So, think of opportunities. What can your family and yourself bring to the city other than, substances?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
I'm gonna be thinking about
Because obviously, you know how to sell stuff. You know how to carry yourself. Think of a different approach.
Yep. My different approach is
Attorney,
gonna be
man,
shooting that
you
lady
got
right
any
there.
literal $1
Okay,
million
guys.
fucking business ideas?
This is your 30 seconds to say goodbye because we gotta go.
Okay,
We did our
thank you.
goodbyes.
I appreciate it.
You done your
Yeah,
goodbyes?
yeah, we
Okay.
did
All
our
right, Jason,
goodbyes.
I gotta
Thank you.
place you in
Take it
cuffs,
easy,
okay?
Jason.
All right. And for what it's worth, your lawyer did a phenomenal job, okay?
Yeah, he
All right,
did pretty
his
good
best.
considering it was his first case.
Mhm. All right, do you want to just face away, Jason?
I mean, you could come around.
Alright.
Jason, just fucking Jesus Christ.
Alright,
Jason,
okay.
Jason, stop, man. Just let it happen, bro.
There might be another year now.
We can do whatever you want. I'm easy. He's in cuffs and ready to move.
Thank you for letting us give him a hug and stuff like that. I appreciate that.
Of course, I'll always give you that respect.
Yeah, I appreciate
At the end of the day, I understand. I used to be on your side of the fence.
Yeah.
I understand what it's like, but at the end of the day, you know,
No,
he had his day in
get
court,
it.
and
It is what it is.
You know, you could be my
Yep.
stepmom one day, Nova.
I've been
Stepmom?
incarcerated for a long time. I know exactly how you feel. It's not easy to get out of, and you've got a lot of you got a long path ahead of you, Jason. But I think you can do it.
I did it.
He's getting a bus. We're getting him a bus.
Right, Jason, stay safe. Don't die in prison, please. Just
Right.
don't be cheeky to anybody. Just, you know, do as you're told by the
I mean, I
prisoners
don't
and
think
shit.
I'll
It's
die.
their
I'll
house.
just kill anyone that fucks with me.
Not just, just remember it's their house, right? They live there forever.
Oh no, I'm cool with the lifers. I mean, you saw
you're
last
fine with
time.
me, like, yeah.
Hell, they didn't even believe
Right.
you when you started spreading that thing about me.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'ma leave, and we'll see you soon, alright?
Take it easy, brother.
Mind just give us a call, or Sammy a call. Just obviously you only get one phone call, right? Is it like one a day or some shit?
No, I think I get a few a day.
Right. Okay. Well, just you know, try and reach out to us, and we'll come and
Bring you
visit
some-
you.
I'll try to
give
get you
you
some
food and
fish.
stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Try
I
and get you
appreciate
some
it,
nice
guys.
food. Like, what kind of what's your favorite food? Would you like a pizza?
Maldinis.
Maldinis. We'll try and get you a Maldinis.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Take care.
Oh yeah, please, thank you. Thank you so much.
Any chance I can start
Is
the
it food?
enforcement process?
Yeah, food, yeah.
Oh, thank fuck! I'm fucking starving.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
I think it's under dodo.
It's time for something, bro. I'm fucking.
I'll stay with you till they take you away.
Yeah, I'm just stuck here.
Yeah, who fucking knows how long they gonna take?
I know, right? I want to start doing my time.
It's probably just the logistics of getting the bus and everything down here. It's fucking tedious, but it is what it is.
You know, they only got 2 cops, man. You could probably beat them up.
Yeah, but they're allowed to keep their guns.
Well, you just, you know, do it quickly.
I think you're severely overestimating my ability.
Oh, you're not a fighter? You're not
Hell
a fighter?
nah. I'm Australian, dog. I don't see half of the shit.
It's alright. Maybe next time.
All right. Right. I'm bringing him out. Okay.
What? Thank you.
There you go. Can you open the door, Bobby?
Yeah. Gonna be.
You come in the bus with us.
He's moving outside now.
Can you still see?
Oh, yeah.
You good, Jason?
Yep. Yep, chilling. Damn, you got this whole fancy thing for me?
Yeah.
Sure did, Mr. Roberts.
Oh, and just so here. Alright. Me and Roberts is being rolled up now. Me and Bobby will be in the bus.
Hi, that means, yeah, that's a bunch of us in here. Fine. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Yes, I have not noticed it to win. Okay, he escaped them. Bus is ready when you guys are.
Have we informed DOC?
Hey, firm, I informed DOC.
Right.
They're climbing up their towers, awaiting our arrival.
Sorry, 10-9? I'm leaving it to Davenport. He's the lead vehicle. He's more than capable.
I bet you're feeling good, huh, Nova?
Not really.
No?
It's a necessity of the job. As I told you, I've been in your position.
Is the fine not high enough for you, for your likings?
That's just what the statute is. Has to be a deterrent. There has to be a deterrent to stop people trafficking drugs.
This bus is a lot more comfy than those cruisers, though.
No. You had a long sentence and an undersheriff recommended we get you a bus, so I agreed.
Yeah, it's a great suggestion. I'm loving it.
Ones that love to shoot at us.
Yeah, for real. What's funny is this is how it used to be. A long time ago. It was pretty much how most arrests were.
DOC from PD, we are crossing the LS Freeway Bridge, about to merge on the Sonora Freeway. Well, they're T1000s railroads, you can't kill them. Come on, Buzz, come on. You can do it, buddy.
Oh god, what's going on? Oh my god.
He's gonna get back up in a second anyway. Oh, perfect. Alright, we're arriving at the prison now.
Can you wait to take me back, Sheriff? I don't have a vehicle. Thank you.
Home sweet home.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. There'll do.
Here? Alright.
Yeah, I got it all. I'll sort it all. Mind your head. Alright, Jason. This is it, okay? For 15 years, okay? Hopefully you'll come out and you'll turn your life around, okay? I hope you do. Negative.
I mean, we'll see what happens, I guess. Can't make any promises, because you never know what kind of bullshit you'll get hit with.
Alright, Jason. I'm sending you in, buddy, okay?
Wait, hold on. There's somebody on a fucking bike here. Hold on.
Alright. Hey, keep it down out there. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all enjoyed the court case.